Peter one time, never deny. Tempted to catch amnesia sometimes. Never deny. Even when my faith will come a cry, I never deny. When I confess, I put my neck on the line. I never deny. I told you I would never fold, even in the cold. I never lose my hope back against the ropes. The sun's flower from the concrete is where I rose. It's just perspective, ain't no location for highs and lows. I can't believe the lie no more, the truth is in my soul. Holy Spirit, hold my pen, I'm writing with a ghost. The war's on, my hands are up, I'm fighting on 10 toes. I ain't come this far, fight this hard to make myself known. And I can't switch sides no more, the focus in the road, yo. And I'm trying to eat, yo. My plate garnished with goals. I keep my faith day out and keep subscribing to the code. Through grace, I'm hanging in there like a closet full of clothes. It's nothing you can promise me to leave that light alone. It's honesty over me trying to be like these clones. I can't turn my faculties over for their control. Them are those who want us dead, they either on parole. Never know what rejection is until you've been opposed. Won't understand God's reflection till they fill you with holes. I share my views and get accused of me trying to impose. They push their views through schools and news shows. Persecute the youth for drug use and then powder their nose. Lies and fabricated truths, but how will we know? Unless the Father left us clues inside a book of quotes to show the greatest of all time is a lamb and not a goat. Whoa. One thing I learned from Peter one time, never deny. Tempted to catch amnesia sometimes. Never deny. Even when my faith will come a cry, I never deny. When I confess, I put my neck on the line. I never deny. I'ma do this right, this a sacrifice. They can miss me with the fame, miss me with the hype. You want me to play a game with the things I write, but I was never into playing games with my life. They say there's money on the line and I'm holding the dice, but I have no price, my soul to God, my body cold as ice. Now some might play dumb for 20,000 likes, yeah, but what everybody like won't help me sleep at night. No, am I called or am I not called to be salt and light? Yeah, did I use God to get me to the table? Now I'm like, I can't reach a broader audience by saying Christ, so I'm supposed to start avoiding him all day and night, huh? Do I have the Holy Spirit or a poltergeist? Yeah, I slimmed down, not from New Orleans, I'm still a soldier, right? Yeah, this is spiritual warfare that I'm supposed to fight. In Jehovah's sight, all my sin is an oversight. Yeah, my feet planted on a rock like soda and ice. When the money low, I'm still on go, his grace will suffice. There will come a time I can't purchase the merchandise. Keep this 6 absent from my flesh, that's a word of advice. Chasing bags to get you tagged like Judas type. It's more than just a ticket on your head for running through the light. Yeah, careful not to worship the golden calf. Don't deny, never get caught running with the bullseye like Pippin and Mike. One thing I learned from Peter one time, never deny. Tempted to catch amnesia sometimes. Never deny. Even when my faith will come a cry, I never deny. When I confess, I put my neck on the line. I never deny. The Father, he gon' tell the children what nobody knows. He'll paint the picture with the scripture if we listen close. Give me lesson, give me blessing all throughout my woes. What should have killed me has built me and made me whole. What should have killed me has built me, I'll never fold. What should have killed me has built me, I'm solid gold. What should have killed me has built me, I won't sell my soul. What should have killed me has built me, I'm fully known. No, and ain't nobody tell me it be like this, no. Got the pressure on me, but I won't quit, no. There's an open door, but I won't dip, though. Cause the Holy Spirit told me don't trip, yo. I got you. That's why I never fold. I got you. Don't ever let me go. 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 That's why I never fall. Enduring through the pain, this is not a game. Let the chariot swing. I tell you, it's been a long one. Yeah, it's been a long one. It's been a long time through the storm and the rain, but we still gotta sing. Let the cherubim blaze, man. It's been a long one. Yeah, it's been a long one. It's been a long time. Have you ever been on the bottom where we're sitting down low and we're running out of water? Another brother shot dead by the cops, we getting slaughtered. Another daughter caught up in the streets, she sold herself for $1. Mama crying in the house, hard times without the father. Even though we face the pain, we still act like we ain't bothered. From the land going away, the serving nations with a yoke. Tribulations in this nation, this oppression got us choked. Looking for a way out, we take a shot, we take a toke of the pollution of this world. Our minds caught up on the rope, in the trap of the snare. We taught ourselves how to survive against the wiles of the devil, but we still meet our demise. Black on black, brown on brown, black on brown, this our lives. They taught us to kill each other, then we found out it was lies. White Jesus in our minds, our own people we despise. We never knew that we were princes of the earth, we lived in pride. Enduring through the pain, this is not a game. Let the chariot swing. I tell you, it's been a long one. Yeah, it's been a long one. It's been a long time through the storm and the rain, but we still gotta sing. Let the cherubim blaze, man. It's been a long one. Yeah, it's been a long one. It's been a long time. It's been a long time under subjection. We had to learn the hard way, and we learning our lessons. We got to understand it and the reasons why we on the bottom in the eagle soared in the sky. In our spirit, we always knew that we were once great. We disobeyed the Father, cast down from the first estate. We ain't want to serve the Lord, we want to serve mammon. Shot to the ends of the earth out Yahweh's cannon. We died by the sword, lynched on them trees, serving these heathen nations that got us on our knees, so that we plead back to the Father for the path to the kingdom. On Lord, let us appease thy wrath. For our sins, Yahweh shy, yeah, he had to pay. Psalms 51, all but cleanse us of our ways. All glory to the Father, yeah, he the potter. Refine us with the fire, Lord, wash us with that water. Enduring through the pain, this is not a game. Let the chariot swing. I tell you, it's been a long one. Yeah, it's been a long one. It's been a long time through the storm and the rain, but we still gotta sing. Let the cherubim blaze, man. It's been a long one. Yeah, it's been a long one. It's been a long time.
Yeah. And we all need some water in that wine, man.
MJ.
We all know that water's that word that cleanses us, man. And that wine that maketh glad the heart of man, and the oil to make his face to shine. Yeah.
Open up your eyes and see. The truth is that in these times we still ain't free. Scoffers and scorners, they don't bother me, cause we know that you ain't got the light if you ain't speaking prophecies. Water and wine is the remedy. Drink it in moderation, we don't need the Hennessy. The commandments of the Most High is what Father means. You ain't got that light if you ain't speaking prophecies. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. On the corners with this truth, we make the oceans ripple. I'm caught up in a meditation, the beginning of Genesis all the way to Revelation. Yeah, that's the revealing of prophecies. Come get a dose of this truth. The stealing of our identity in the scripts is the proof. precepts, we gon' shoot. They ducking down in the battle. Warfare in this field until we make the serpent rattle. Yeah, we tryna wake up the lost sheep from walking in the slaughter and let them know that we the clay and Yahweh's the potter, and we the chosen to be above the nations of the earth. Jeremiah 1:5, we've been known ever since the birth, but our people still in sorrow. Tell me where's the mirth? Gotta be a light to our people, put fringes on your shirts. We almost going home, can't you see we're running out of time? Rejuvenate the spirit, drink some water with some wine. Open up your eyes and see. The truth is that in these times we still ain't free. Scoffers and scorners, they don't bother me, cause we know that you ain't got the light if you ain't speaking prophecies. Water and wine is the remedy. Drink it in moderation, we don't need the Hennessy. The commandments of the Most High is what Father means. You ain't got that light if you ain't speaking prophecies. Water's what I need, wisdom's what I breathe. We were wasted upon them seas, hung upon them trees. Take a moment to take this life, learn from the trials and tribulations. Don't give up, keep running these miles. Everywhere we've been in this earth, always been the same. Captivity after captivity, locked in these chains. Rebellious ways made us rags, royalty of the past. We lost it because we erred from that path. These heathen nations looking at us now like we're guilty. Our possessors slay us on the daily, they ain't guilty. All praises to the Most High for giving us His mercy. Even though we strayed away and we don't even feel worthy. Invested into the kingdom, we gotta put our stocks in. Keeping these laws in favor to the end, ain't no stopping. Abounding the work of the Lord, you gotta stay clocked in. The water is the word and the wine is sound doctrine. Open up your eyes and see. The truth is that in these times we still ain't free. Scoffers and scorners, they don't bother me, cause we know that you ain't got the light if you ain't speaking prophecies. Water and wine is the remedy. Drink it in moderation, we don't need the Hennessy. The commandments of the Most High is what Father means. You ain't got that light if you ain't speaking prophecies.
MJ.
Speak to your people.
Humble thyself, seek your face, on my knees I show.
Give us a heart of flesh. Cause most of us got a heart of stone.
You shed the kingdom of the others like you guinea. Deuteronomy 4:6, I pray that's sin in. All this darkness in the world, you feeling. We supposed to be the light when we witnessing. Are you a disciple of the light? Only time will tell. Now your fruits, you done made that boy a child of hell. Why we put him in slavery before we preach the gospel? We supposed to tear down their customs, not the people. Y'all humble ourselves, seek your face. On my knees, I show us the way. Humble ourselves, seek your face. On my knees, I show us the way. Humble ourselves, seek your face. On my knees, I show us the way. Humble ourselves, seek your face. On my knees, I show us the way. They teach the law, so in your mind is where you supposed to be. Do what they say, not as they do. They emojis see. Abba open up my eyes, take a hold of me. They mad that he deserving y'all, they how it supposed to be. How you mad that he deserving your God? Abba, now, but please break the yokes off. Help us understand that we were told to lead. I pray this word get in their heart if they don't smoke the seed. Leviticus 19:34, don't twist that. Matthew 8:11, don't miss that. Many fishes in the sea, throw your fish net. Let everything that have breath, don't switch that. Supposed to be walking like Messiah, not just quote scriptures. A wise man to win souls, pray that go with you. I used to be a Pharisee, had that hate up in my heart when I could barely see. Humble ourselves, seek your face. On my knees, I show us the way. Humble ourselves, seek your face. On my knees, I show us the way. Humble ourselves, seek your face. On my knees, I show us the way. Humble ourselves, seek your face. On my knees, I show us the way.
Humble yourself.
Isaiah chapter 2. The word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it came to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Most High's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up into the mountain of the Most High, to the house of the God of Jacob. And he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the Torah, and the word of the Most High from Jerusalem. Eyes to the east.
Con. Hey, man, we in this thing. Once again, man, we here to do this, right? Got to bring the word to the people, and do the work of the Most High, man. There's no way around it, right? Got to do the work of the Most High. All right. So first and foremost, go ahead, King.
God, that's right. Shalom, peace and blessing to the 12 tribes out there, man. Peace and blessing to all the beautiful family. We in this thing, man. Call me a Shalom. Still going strong. Go ahead, King.
So first and foremost, we want to say, Call Allah Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Wa Malak Yahweh Shai. That's all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God in our King name, right? Who the world calls Christ, real name Yahweh Shai, right? We here again, man, with these Torah portions, you understand? Trying to do the best that we can, man, to keep these laws and teach these laws, man, right? But it's on you. What type of sacrifice are you willing to make to change, the bad habits that you have in your life, man, right? One of the hardest things is truly giving your life to God, man. We hear Christians say that all the time. I gave my life to Jesus, right? I gave my life to Jesus. That's what helped me, get rid of drugs, what helped me get rid of this and porn addiction and this, that, and the third, right? But did they really, though? Did they really? Because when you change from being what's normalized to being what's abnormal, there's a lot of trials, tribulation, turmoil, people dropping out of your life, people coming in and out of your life, right? Usury, man, right? You have some people that commit usury on you because your heart is so pure with the Most High, man. You turn into a sheep again, man, right? We've been having to be wolves and lions, right? And tigers and bears, oh my, man. But now, right, we actually become the sheep again when we learn and teach these laws of the Most High God.
God, that's right. You want to stay in the spirit, man. You want to always have that subtle mind and be content with that subtle mind, man. You don't want to be ravenous wolves out there, like the brother Cap just said, man. Lions, tigers, and bears, always gnashing your teeth and going around just mad and angry at the world all the time, because those that are those that are mad at the world, they have no type of understanding. They don't have no type of control over their mind without wisdom, man. Right. And now that you said that, I just want to give a quick precept on that one real fast.
All right. After that, I need you to give me one too for a quick opening precept.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse number 2. And be not conformed to this world. Right. What does it mean to be conformed? Let's get that. Right. Conformed means, right, to conform oneself, one's mind and character. You don't want to get out of character. You want to stay in the character of the Spirit, man. You want to stay in the spirit of Christ and the disciples, man. You don't want to be in the character of all of these people out here who don't have no type of guidance, man, right? One's mind and character to another's pattern. You don't want to conform yourself to the ways of the world, the ways of the heathens, the ways of those that are cast away into darkness, man. You want to stay on the righteous path of the Most High and not sway to the left or to the right, man, right? Going on, right? So be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So you got to take the mind that we constantly are always growing up with, right? even to this day, man. Even these generations today are growing up in the ways of the world and are conformed and molded into that type of thinking. But you got to renew your mind that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh, man. Right? So you don't want to be ravening wolves, lions, tigers, bears, gnashing of teeth. You want to stay in the spirit and have a control of your mind, body, and your soul in these last days.
Con, because you went on that topic, right quick before we get into it, right? I got a second precept, right? So let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse number 17. I believe I want 14.
God. It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse number 14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the spirit of Yahweh.
So that's why we going into the law, because a natural man, he not gonna receive the spirit of the law. He not gonna feel the law, right? The law is like contrary to everything that a natural man does in his life. Because nature, when you see two dogs, right, they either fighting, getting busy, right, or they just one of them is more dominant than the other one. That's natural for dogs. Right, same thing with human beings, right? We have a natural way that humans are, right? And the natural man, the carnal man, right? He's not going to take heed to the things that are spiritual, and the things that are spiritual is the law. So all the people that come on this live, right? They dealing with the spiritual things, right? Go ahead.
That's right. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the spirit of Yahweh, for they are foolishness unto him.
They don't make no damn sense, right? But to a spiritual man, it makes all the sense in the world, man, to not sleep with your brother's wife, man. It makes all the sense in the world, right, to not shave your beard, man, and look like a woman and be mistaken as a lady, right? It makes no sense, man, right? To hate your brother in your heart, man, to a man that's spiritual, right? But to a man that's carnal, soul under sin, right? All things are good in his sight. Right?
That's right.
Keep going.
For they are foolishness unto him, neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned.
Because those things are spiritually discerned, man. Right? So that's beautiful. I wanted to go into that right quick since you went in on the spirit, right? And now Sirach, right? Chapter 43 and verse number 30. Right, because every time we come to serve the Lord, man, we need to do something, man. There's things that we need to cut off and other things that we need to put into our life and implement into our life, man. And really, it's discipline, man. It said the scriptures tell you, man, a disciplined man, right, somewhere along the line is well learned, right? So once you establish discipline, right, to study, right, you end up getting more knowledge, man. Right?
You said verse 30, correct?
30, yep.
God, this is Sirach, chapter 43 and verse number 30. When you glorify Yahweh, exalt him as much as you can, for even yet will he far exceed. And when you exalt him, put forth all your strength and be not weary. For you can never go far enough.
So like we about to go into, man, the law, the prophets and the right, actually we about to go into the kings, right? But the kings, they got some scriptures in the kings that's prophets as well. So we'll just call it the Tanakh, right? We're gonna go through the Torah, the Tanakh, and the gospel, man. Right? And these things, man, for a man that's spiritual, right? And for a man that really want to serve the Most High, they will stay through all of this that we about to go through, from the law to the spiritual law and back to the spiritual law, right? Which is prophets and the gospel, man. It's spiritual. All that is spiritual, but it's still law, right?
That's right. Bring it up.
All right, we good. So unless you got something else, King, we in 25, Exodus 25.
Okay, let me get there.
And it's good to have you back, King. Yeah.
All praise to the Most High. Call Allah Yahbashim Yashai.
Call Allah Yahbashim Yashai. Yeah,
All right,
verse 1.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 25, and verse number 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Yasharallah, and that they bring me an offering. Of every man that giveth it willingly with his heart, ye shall take my offering. And this is the offering which ye shall take of them, gold and silver and brass.
And it's cold because he said you should do this willingly, man. You got some people, man, they do the work of the Lord unwillingly, man. They feel like they have to, right? Or they'll be looked at as a nigger or a niggard, you know what I mean, or a greedy person or a selfish person, right? If they don't go to camp, if they don't read, right? And the brother asked him, "Hey, you read the Torah portion this week?" Yeah. No, I didn't. Right? They don't want to have to say that, right? So that's why they read it. No, you want to do this thing with a good and cheerful heart, man. The Most High said, because you did not serve me with gladness and joy and cheerfully, right? I'm gonna send you to serve your enemies, man. And the more that we serve the Lord, like with contention in our heart, or that we don't really want to do it, the longer we're gonna be under these modern day Egyptians, man.
God. I got something on that. I want to expound on that, right? So the Most High told Moses, man, bring an offering that you're willingly gonna give with your mind, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's telling you to do something, this and that, this that. You gotta offer it willingly with the sound mind, man, with the sound heart, right? And this offering shall be of what? That we shall take of them, meaning the things that are going to be received and taken is something that is acceptable to the Most High, right? It starts off with this. Look, gold, silver, and brass, right? And what's that gold? You praying, you fasting, you studying, you going to camp every day, you checking in on the brothers, you doing the most fine and valuable works in this ministry of the Most High, man, right? And that silver is what? Whether it's you just reading for the day, praying, you kind of trying to fast, you trying your hand in this thing, man. It's not as valuable as gold is, but hey, you giving it your best shot, right?
That's
Even that brass is the same thing, man. Whether you read one chapter a day and don't do nothing else, whether you trying to put your hand to the plow to the best of your abilities, hey, man, that brother's trying, that sister's trying, right? It's still an offering. You're still putting to your mind to do something for the Most High other than yourself, and you're not being conformed to this world, like we just read in Romans 12. See that?
And that brass is heavy, right? And when you mold it, right, it's really strong. Silver is kind of a softer metal, right? Gold is kind of a real softer metal, right? But brass still keep you anchored, man. Brass is heavy, right? So that means you anchored in this thing, right? And you just trying to see how to become silver and how to become gold, man. But you win, you know what I mean?
That's
so
right.
and you made that sacrifice. It might not have been the best that you could be, but you are in this thing. You are brass right now, working your way up to silver, man. Beautiful explanation or expounding on that.
I just seen that through the spirit, man. All praises,
All praises.
right? Reading on, right? Gold, silver, brass, and blue, and purple, and scarlet, and fine linen, and goat's hair, right? And ram skins dyed red, and badger skins, and shittim wood.
And this is the reason why he's calling for all these things, because it's about to be time to build the temple, man. It's time to build our tabernacle, man. Right? So we need all these things in abundance. He's like, hey, man, everybody come through, right, willingly and put in on the building of the temple, man. Right? We got different feast days and holy days coming up, man. All congregations and all peoples of the children of Israel should be putting in to build this tabernacle, man, to have a beautiful feast, right? That's coming up. Nicanor, Purim, right? 2 days of Purim, right? Then we got Passover right around the corner and the new moon coming up. You understand what I'm saying? All these things, right? People should be putting in that silver, putting in that gold, that linen, that blue, the scarlet, all these different things. So that way we able to build our temple and tabernacle up as well.
That's right. That's right. Verse 6. Oil for the light, spices for anointing oil, and for sweet incense. Right. Onyx stones and one thing I want to expound on that real quick, right? Oil for the light, right? And what's that light that we bring it out, man? Right? That's that wisdom. That's that knowledge, that understanding. That's being a guidance to either you and your household, or if you in this world alone. Hey, it's a guidance for you, right? You need to constantly put oil on that lampstand, or your flame's gonna go out, man. Right? You need to know what the Most High has ordained you to do, so that way you can walk in that light, man. We all cast away. We've been in darkness, lost in a cave, and you're gonna damn sure think about how you should have carried that oil when you're traveling through darkness, man, up in this world.
Khan, you might go check that out up in Matthew chapter 10.
Khan.
I think that's what it is, or it's 25 and 10.
The virgins with the lamp.
Yeah. I believe it's 25 and 10. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Matthew 25 and 1. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And
the thing is, us as Israelites, we mobbing, right? Now I'm pretty sure brothers and sisters know that vernacular, right? We mobbing unto the bridegroom, man. We trying to go into the end of this thing, man, and see where the bridegroom at. We trying to find the bridegroom, man. We mobbing, right? Go ahead, King.
God. Reading on. Verse 2. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish.
So like the brother was going into, right? You got that oil, man. That oil is wisdom. But if you dry it out and you ain't got no oil, man, you foolish, man. Right, so the brother was just going into that, man.
That's right. Read on. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them.
And that was just simple. That was simple-minded, stupid and slow, man. Right? You know, we mobbing, man. That means we going somewhere pretty dang far. You feel what I'm saying? 5 miles or more, right? And you mobbing, man. You can't see that far once the light go down, man. Right? You only took enough oil in your lamp to make it out the door. You feel what I'm saying? But what about the whole route that we got to travel, man? Right? What you gonna try to like stand right behind me so you can see? Nah, man. You gotta have your oil, right?
That's right. That's right. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps.
So they had their lamp and they had vessels of oil, right? That means you prepared, man. You being prudent, right? You thinking of things that could come in the future, man. Like brothers that's getting camo packs and MREs and getting bullets, right? And arrows and crossbows. These people are being prudent, right? Just in case we might have to use those things, being pilgrims on the earth again, right? Abundance of water, keeping 5-gallon jugs full, right? All these different things, that's part of the oil in the vessel, right? So that way you can pour it back into your lamp.
Con. And another thing about this verse right here, this verse is very powerful. Why? Because it says, but the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps, right? And on another fold, right through the spirit, it says, but the wisdom, those with wisdom took oil in their vessels. What's another word for vessels? Your body, right? You keep that wisdom implanted in your mind, which is a part of your body, right? With their lamps. And what is the lamps? The guidance of the Most High.
That's right.
See that? Let me get a precept on that real quick.
That's right. Beautiful, man. And that's a big deal, man. So you got to keep that oil up in your vessel, man, up in your body, man. Because when you run low on oil, right, that's when you fall and you stumble, man. Because a stumbling block get put in front of you and you can't see it, man. Right?
That's right.
Because your light is dim.
God. I start off at 27, right? This is the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 22 and verse 27. With the pure thou wilt show thyself pure, and with the froward thou wilt show thyself unsavory. And the afflicted people thou wilt save, but thine eyes are upon the haughty, that thou mayest bring them down. Right. So if you afflicted, that means what? A wise man understands oppression. What's that? Roughly paraphrasing, right? A wise man. Help me out, King. Wise
A
man.
wise man, a wise man is mad at
Oh
a
yeah,
person.
oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So once you oppress, that means what? You have a wisdom. You understand why you oppress. So that's the afflicted people, right? But those that are haughty, don't realize what they're going through. They don't care that they're being oppressed. Hey, man, they're in that foolish state of mind, and there's always going to be a separation between those that are wise and those that are foolish, man. That what? That thou mayest bring them down. Who? The foolish, right? Verse 29. For thou art my lamp, O Yahweh, and Yahweh will lighten my darkness. See that?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the lamp we're talking about here in Matthew 25:4. The wise, right? Those with wisdom, those that are afflicted, those that understand the trials and tribulations and the goal of the kingdom, right? We taking oil in our vessels, putting it in our mind, so that way we can continue to walk on the path of the Most High to keep us out that darkness. See that?
Because a lot of times, right? And everybody lives with darkness in the inside, right? Everybody has a certain level of darkness inside of him, right? But the light, right, which is the positivity, right, needs to outweigh the neutral or the negative, right? So we all, our negative, our neutral, that dark place, right? We don't really like to visit there because when you visit there, right, that's when depression set in, sorrows, right? You afflicted in your own counsel, right? All these things happen in my darkness, right? But as long as I'm looking forward unto the light and I'm doing things consistent of the light, right? Then I'll be okay. I don't have to worry about going into a dark place. I don't have to worry about stumbling, man, right? I don't have to worry about harming somebody that look like me if I stay in my light rather than my darkness.
God, one more precept. I don't want to take too long because I'll go into this thing, right? Leviticus 22, and I think it's the top, right? Let's start there. Leviticus 22, right? So every man, right, on this earth, because we living in these fleshly bodies, right? We get tempted by the devil and Satan, right? We understand that we have a time clock on our lamps, man. Every candle is destined to burn out. If what? If you don't put that oil into it, man. If you
That's
don't
right.
upkeep that candle, it's gonna burn out. So what do we have to do? The same thing the priests did, right? The servitude of the Most High, Aaron, right? Leviticus 22 and verse 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto Aaron and to his sons, that they separate themselves from the holy things of the children of Israel, and that they profane not my holy name in those things which they hallow unto me. I am Yahweh, right? Is that the one I wanted? So I went to 22, so I can. Leviticus 24 is what I want. Right here. Right? Verse 2, straight to the point. Command the children of Israel that they bring unto thee pure oil, olive beaten for the light, to cause the lamps to burn continually. Right? So we got to always make sure we have the finest oil, man. Not the cheap oil that's going to kind of sway us off. And next thing you know, the oil you put on your lampstand, man, it's burnt out before you even know it. You want to make sure you have the finest works of the Most High, the finest understandings, man, and being in the what? The finest spirit, man. Right? Because if not, guess what? That lamp is going to burn out. Right? So we got to cause our lamps, right, in our wisdom to burn continually and don't get sifted out this thing. And I yield.
And that's why we that's why we go to Psalms, right? Chapter 1, right? And verse number 4, I believe, man, or 5, right?
Bring it out real fast and we'll jump back.
Psalms 1.
Come on. Psalms chapter 1 and verse number 2.
Yeah, 2. Mm-hmm.
This whole thing's fire, man.
Mm-hmm.
But his delight is in the law of Yahweh, and in his law doth he meditate day and night.
And that's what keep that light lit, man, and not flickering, man. Meditating in the laws of the Most High God, because that's our lamp. That's the light, right? That's also our wisdom in the sight of the nations, right? So we could go back to Exodus unless you got something.
That's it.
Yeah, because the brother went into it, man. We had to keep that oil burning continuously, man, right? So we have to meditate on the laws of the Most High continuously, because that's how the light burn within our temple and our tabernacle.
Reading on. All praise. Exodus 25:7. Onyx stones and stones to be set in the ephod and in the breastplate.
Mm.
And let them make me a sanctuary that I may dwell among them. Verse 9. According to all that I shew thee, after the pattern of the tabernacle and the pattern of all the instruments thereof, even so shall ye make it.
So just like the Lord told us in Deuteronomy, man, hey, if you hearken unto me, right, you'll be blessed and be above. I'll set you above all nations, right? But if you don't listen to me diligently, right, I'm gonna jam you up. So he says, even so shall ye make it, right? Listen to what the hell I'm telling you to do, because this is how you gain and keep your salvation, right? That's what's beautiful about the Most High. He's a father to us, man. And when my daddy used to say something, hey, man, I used to jump in and out of my body, man, right? Because he was so stern. He was an austere man, 260 pounds of mass, man, right? So, hey, look, man, how much more our Father and Creator in heaven, man?
That's right. That's right.
Even so shall ye make it. Do it just like I said.
Hey, fathers know best, man. You know, if in their right spirit, if they in the right spirit, man. Because the wicked fathers don't know what they talk about. You know what I'm talking about, Jake?
God.
I read on Exodus 25 and verse 10. And they shall make an ark of shittim wood, right? 2 cubits and a half shall be the length thereof, and a cubit and a half the breadth thereof, and a cubit and a half the height thereof. Right. Verse 11.
What's the measurement of a cubit?
A cubit is about the elbow to the hand.
Yep, 18 inches. Yep.
Exodus 25 and 11. And thou shalt overlay it with pure gold. Within and without shalt thou overlay it, and shall make upon it a crown of gold round about. Let's get that. We gotta get that again.
And it's cold because when you think about that too, it's like your works, right, are gonna be shown at the end of this thing, right? And once you could cover yourself with wood, right, that'll burn up with that fire, or you could cover yourself with gold, right? And when we cover ourselves with gold, we become pure gold, right?
Let me pull this up. Is that big enough?
Yeah, Con.
It's like, yeah. Let me see. Bam, right there. Ooh, damn. Man, oh man, oh man. Look at that thing.
Laden with gold, man.
Con, all praises.
And this is some of our favorite readings right here, man. Going into building of the temple, right? Every time, man, me and Captain Khalil, we get really excited, man, going through this portion of Exodus, man.
It reminds us of the once royal nature that we had, man, that we cast down as beasts of the earth. But we're here to remind you people, man, hey, there's a chance for us to come back to this type of royalty, man. You don't have to sit here all these years and watch damn Queen Elizabeth and King whatever the hell his name is, right? Esau, right? Run this place, man. No, this place belongs to you, Jake. It belongs to you, Eve. You know, and this is what we're gonna get back to. But are you willing to do and keep a mental fortitude to do the will of the Most High to make it there, man? That's the question at hand. Right? Let's go back. Right, again, and thou shalt overlay it with pure gold, within and without shalt thou overlay it, and shalt make upon it a crown of gold round about. Right, I'm gonna keep the picture up and read it so they can kind of delve into it with their mind. All right, here we go. And thou shalt cast 4 rings of gold for it, and put them in the 4 corners thereof. And 2 rings shall be in the one side of it, and 2 rings in the other side of it. Right? Let's talk about this right here. Right? These are the 4 rings. Right? Reading on. And thou shalt make staves of shittim wood, and overlay them with gold. Right? This is the stage right here. Where'd I go?
Yeah, and they failed on that picture. They did not make the staves of gold.
They probably they didn't. So like, forgive me, family. 1 second, bam. Right? No, they just kept the shit on. You know how Esau do it. Forgive me, Israel. Here we go. I'm quick with it. Bam.
He said we'll do it halfway. We'll do the whole overlaying, but the shit'em wood staves, we're not gonna color those. We ain't gonna go put gold on those.
Verse 14. And thou shalt put the staves into the rings by the sides of the ark, that the ark may be borne with them. Right? So these things are set there, that way they may be lifted up and carried around when we're moving to and fro throughout the wilderness. Right? Verse 15. The staves shall be in the rings of the ark, they shall not be taken from it. That means you don't just take them out. Okay, let me set these on the wall and just put them. No, man, you keep them in there, right? Because there's always a time we never know when we got to keep moving, man. You know, we don't have no time to be putting them. Okay, let's stick it in and lift it up and do any of that, man. Right? You keep them in there so you can just go and grab it. You know.
And you kind of missing the hole. You know, it went through the first hole, but the second hole kind of jamming you up. You know, when you ain't got time for that, man. Help, nigga, it won't go in. Help.
Yeah. Help. And thou shalt put into the ark the testimony which I shall give thee. And thou shalt make a mercy seat of pure gold. 2 cubits and a half shall be the length thereof, and 1 cubit and a half the breadth thereof. Right? This is the mercy seat right here. Right on top. Right? Reading on. So let me put this tab right here closer. Okay, come on. Reading on. And thou shalt make 2 cherubims of gold. Of beaten work shalt thou make them, and the 2 ends of the mercy seat. Right? And what does it mean of beaten work? That means you have precise, concise, afflicted sculpturing that you're really getting down into the details of it, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? That's what it means, beaten work. Nah, I'm just gonna beat this gold. No, man, you're really getting precise and concise with making this piece to this ark, man.
It's just like
on that thing.
It's just like when people when women say, yeah, your makeup is beat, right? They kind of say you done beat your face. You feel what I'm saying? It's the same way, being precise, right, and persistent in the work that you're doing.
That's right. Handling it with delicacy and care, man. You know, reading on. And make 1 cherub on the one end, and the other cherub on the other end. Even of the mercy seat shall ye make the cherubims on the 2 ends thereof. And the cherubims shall stretch forth their wings on high, covering the mercy seat with their wings, and their faces shall look one to another. Toward the mercy seat shall the faces of the cherubims be. All right, reading on. Verse 21. And thou shalt put the mercy seat above upon the ark, and in the ark thou shalt put the testimony that I shall give thee. Right? And what's the testimony, man? The commandments, man. All of the ordinances that Moses had to write down, the covenant of the children of Israel. Right? To keep the laws and commandments. Verse 22. And there I will meet with thee, and I will commune with thee from above the mercy seat, from between the 2 cherubims, which are upon the ark of the testimony, of all things which I give thee in commandment unto the children of Israel. Right? And how does that? Go ahead, King. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, and how does that look, right? He says, I will meet with thee and I will commune, means communicate from above the mercy seat, right? Let's take a look. I'm going to drop us down for a quick second. How does that look? Look at the background image, which is my favorite image. I'm still going to get it on my wall, right? I need that on a shirt too, right? The image, you're going to see the light beam that stretches up above into the sky. That's how the Most High is coming down, descending on that piece of portion of the tabernacle coming down. So watch this beam of light that we see right here. All right, so that beam of light stretching down on that portion of the tabernacle building, inside of that same spot is where the mercy seat or this Ark of the Covenant is located, right?
And the two in the middle of the two cherubims, right? So the Most High, he told us, like, just like our Father prayer, right? The Abanawa Yahweh, right? The Our Father prayer, right, says what? Let all things be on earth as it is in heaven, right? So let's check it out, what's happening in heaven, right, on the throne or around the mercy seat of heaven, right? Go to Revelation chapter 4 and verse 8. Right, but because all we doing is living and making things just the way it is in heaven on earth.
Revelation 4 and 8. This is Revelation chapter 4 and verse number 8. And the four beasts had each of them 6 wings about him, and they were full of eyes within.
And this is a cherubim, right? And when it says full of eyes within, it's not this dumbass thing that y'all see with wheels and then they got the eyes all over it. Nah, it's just saying it has so much wisdom that it could see everything that it needs to see, right?
That's right.
It's not covered with eyes, man, right? That's weird, Esau stuff. Nah, man, it's so wise, so much wisdom in this thing that it could read and see everything, right? But go ahead.
God. And they rest not day and night, saying, Holy, 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 Kodash, 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 Adonai Yahweh Almighty, right? Which was and is to come.
So this right here is the cherubims that's around the mercy seat of Yahweh, right? Praising him, right? And they don't cease not night and day, right? Go back to the picture. These cherubims never move. They stay in the same spot, right? And they praising the Most High too, right? Saying holy, 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 man. That's why everything that we do around this altar, right? Or this what this is, Ark of the Covenant, right? It has to be done perfect because we're saying holy, holy, holy as Levites, right? And we praising the Most High. All right.
That's right. Revelation 4:9. And when those beasts give glory and honor and thanks to him that sat on the throne, who liveth forever and ever, the 4 and 20 elders fall down before him that sat on the throne and worship him that liveth forever and ever. And cast their crowns before the throne.
Man, right? And all their rulership is based off of who's sitting on the throne, man. Right? So all their rulership they cast right down in front of the throne, man, because that's who we govern by. That's the same way as the elders. They're governed by Yahweh, right? By Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Shalom.
Shalom, sis.
Come on, all praises. All right. Let's go back. All right. I'm going back. It's lucky. All right. Reading on. The table of showbread. Let's get that. Let me pull that up real quick.
Yeah, And we'll be back at verse 23. Right? So Exodus 25 and 23.
Let me get an accurate image real quick. Salakia.
Yes, sir.
I'll pull up the same one we had before. Bam. Yeah, Con.
All right. Share it.
Con.
Baba Kusha. All right, let's go.
Can I zoom in? Oh, I don't want to do all that. I don't want to do too much. Nah, that's good like that. Con. So the table of showbread, right?
Con.
Salakia. Right there's good. All right, reading on. Right. Exodus 25 and 23. Thou shalt also make a table of shittim wood. 2 cubits shall be the length thereof, and a cubit the breadth thereof, and a cubit and a half the height thereof. And thou shalt overlay it with pure gold, and make thereto a crown of gold round about. God. Right, so everything that's being made, if you notice, is being made with shittim wood first, right? And then it's being overlaid with pure gold, right? And who are we, right? We're known as wood, right? Let me get a scripture. Let me get a precept to add on top of that. Let me see if I can find one in a timely manner. I think I got a good one right here. That's not what I want. Bear with me, y'all. I ain't gonna find something in the timely manner. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is that we're known as wood also, right? We're known as trees, right? And what does trees produce? Trees produce wood. We're known as wood too, right? What's gonna happen to a wood if it's caught in the fire, man? It's gonna burn, right? There's no hope for that wood when it's cast out into the lake of fire. So you want to be that shittim wood, which is one of the strongest strongest woods there are on the earth. But what do you want to do with that wood? What do you want to do with your body? You want to overlay yourself with that gold, man, of fine righteousness, wisdom, knowledge, understanding, putting on that breastplate. That breastplate should be of wood, man. That helmet, right, of salvation shall be of gold, rather, Salakia, gold, right? So the wooden bodies that we're born with, just simple trees of the earth, you want to overlay yourself with that gold, man, that pure gold that cannot be tested in a fire, man, right? That cannot be destroyed, right? Because all other manner of wood is going to be destroyed. So this is one of the folds, the spiritual folds we understand of why the Most High is telling us to make these instruments, right? The showbread, the ark, all of the instruments that belong in the temple and in the tabernacle, to have it as shittim wood first and then overlaid with pure gold to make it more durable, more stronger, and to be able to withstand the test of times, man, whether it be temptation, the devil, Satan, right, the ways of the world. You want to stay 10 toes down and strong in this thing, man. You don't want to be destroyed like a simple piece of wood that's cast in the fire. See that? All right, reading on. Right, again, and thou shalt overlay with pure gold, and make thereto a crown of gold round about. And thou shalt make unto it a border of a handbreadth around about. And thou shalt make a golden crown to the border thereof round about. And thou shalt make for it 4 rings of gold, and put the rings in the 4 corners that are on the 4 feet thereof. right? So you have a forest, right? You have a lot of trees, right? Because we're known as trees, right? In the book of Mark. So if men are understand to be trees, and what is a tree? A wood. So this is why the Most High is saying shittim wood again, because we need to overlay ourselves with that pure gold so we can be able to make it through the wildfire, man. Right? You got 100, I say, you got 100 million trees in the forest, but if they're not overlaid with gold, guess what, man? They're gonna get burnt up.
That's right.
So this is why he's telling us to make it shittim wood, but then overlay it with that gold, man. So that way you may be able to stand the test of time.
It's kind of like us being imperfect, and then we overlay ourselves with perfection, right? Gold would be like the perfection, but the wood is imperfect. You can scratch it, you could kind of ding it, right? If you punch it enough time, you could put a little crater into it, right? But when you overlay it with gold, it gives it a level of strength where it cannot be broken, scratched, chipped, right? And it becomes perfect, right? Because you overlaid it with that gold, with the law, statutes, and commandments.
Quick precept, right? Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Right? For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand, man. Right? And what's that armor, man? Right? The breastplate of righteousness, right? Your loins girt about with truth, right? Your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace, shield of faith, right? The helmet of salvation, man, right? So this armor got to be made of what, man? Pure gold, man, right? You that silver, you that brass, you kind of you can get swayed, you can get pierced or jabbed through and thrust through at certain points. But if you gold, man, hey, they ain't gonna be able to break through that thing, man. So you being shittim wood, or people being wood, you gotta purify yourself with that gold, man, and overlay yourself like the instruments of the tabernacle.
Man, real talk, man, real talk.
That's what I know. Read on. Verse 27. Over against the border. Let me put that thing back up. Right. Salakia. Right. So this is what we're explaining right here. Read on. Over against the border shall the rings be for places of the staves to bear the table. Right. And thou shalt make the staves of shittim wood and overlay them with gold, that the table may be borne with them. Because, hey, pure gold, man, that thing's heavy, man. You try to put a piece of wood in there and lift up a damn something that's heavy, man, it's gonna snap on you,
man.
Right? It's gonna snap. So you got to make it pure gold.
And you got to understand how much gold we using, right? So we had to be like very wealthy, man, coming out of Egypt, man. They gave us all types of stuff, man. Linen, gold, purple, blue, right? All types of stuff, silver. They gave us a whole lot of stuff because the amount of terrorism that the Lord put on Egypt, man. Right? So we had all this gold, man. The Lord made us use it for something. Y'all need to use this for something, right?
That's right. Read on. And thou shalt make the dishes thereof, and the spoons thereof, and covers thereof, and bowls thereof, to cover withal, of pure gold shalt thou make them. Right? Even the plates, man. Even the forks, man. Even the damn toothpicks, man. Shittim wood toothpicks, man. You put some gold on that too, man. Meaning what? There's nothing in here. It was once just a simple piece of wood, but now that you overlay it with the instructions of the Most High, now it's going to be able to withstand, man.
See that? And it's sanctified.
Right? That's
right. It's dedicated.
Verse 30. and thou shalt set upon the table showbread before me always. God. All right, let's get it.
So it's like, and showbread goes into the body, right? So we're the body of Christ, right? And Christ sacrificed his body for us, right? He tells us, hey man, and in the scripture it tells us, and the bread that is set before me day and night shall not have any leaven, right? So we need to be that bread and watch for the leaven that's within us as well, right? That way we could always set forth that perfect, right, sacrifice unto the Most High, right, which is our body that we sacrifice unto him, right, negating our own fleshly desires for our spiritual desires, right? That's why he said, if you do the will of the Father, I'll give you your heart's desire, because your heart desire is to follow me, is to walk in my ways. So there's no problem with me giving you that, right? I give.
Come. I'm just grabbing this image of this menorah real quick.
Menorah next.
Yeah. Get a good one. A lot of these 8-piece ones, man, and that's not it.
Yeah, the nine sticks. Yeah, too much, man. Too much. Too many. Yeah, man. So the going in of the temple, man, is really a beautiful topic, man, because we know, through the Spirit that we are the temple. So each vessel, each altar, each fragrance, right, or spice, it all had its own purpose, right? The apothecary, right? The hyssop, right? The altar of incense, the incense for the altar of incense, right? Then you have the altar of sweet sacrifice, right? We had all these different things to build the tabernacle, right? That our bodies and the people that's in this truth, man, is the same way, man. You have some people, they're the staff, or the shaft that goes into the Ark of the Covenant. Then you have the other people, they're part of the wood, right? That built up the Ark of the Covenant. And then you got other people, they're the gold. And then you got another set of Israelites, they're the crown, right, of the Ark of the Covenant, right? So everybody has their purpose in the building of the temple, right? Which everybody have their purpose in spiritual gifts, right? In the building of the temple, man, to make us be that tabernacle once again, right? That's why the Lord tells us what? Measure ye the temple, right? In Revelation, man. And he's measuring us, man. Do we have the showbread? Right? How many pieces of bread on there? Because usually it's supposed to be 7, on each stack, which makes 14. Why is there only 5 pieces of bread? Go get that other piece of bread, man. And that's another brother or sister coming into the truth to fulfill their spiritual gifts to make this temple whole again. Right now we're missing vessels, right? We're missing things. And we here to start putting them together, man.
I cannot find one, man. I'll show you what I'm dealing with. Look.
Oh, just go to the tabernacle. Or go to Solomon's temple or something like that. And it'll
I think this one's good.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, see that one with the man on it.
This one?
Yeah.
It's kind of blurry, but if you want that one.
Nah, it's cool. Whatever one you want to find, man. You the perfectionist at this, man. I'm just here to help.
Oh yeah, this one right here. Look at this. Click that.
And this is another beautiful situation, right? Because dealing with this menorah, man, we're gonna go ahead and go into Zechariah as well, right? Just to let it be known, it's the same way as in the temple.
Ooh, that one's cool right there. I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna use this one. All right, so yeah, Con. Read on. Is that a good one? That's good?
Yeah, it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. I mean, it's kind of far away for people on the phone, maybe, but it looks good to me. Does it have the knobs?
Oh,
Nah,
here we
it
go.
don't have the it don't have the no, I don't have the olive things going up.
Yeah, this one.
Go
This one
to
might.
yeah, there we go. You see how they have the little leaves on it? Yeah,
Yeah,
this is us.
the
This is
almond.
yep, this was us right there.
All right, yeah, we can run with that one then. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I was
Because
spinning.
the thing is, the Lord want to remind us, man, that we are the olive branch. We are the branches that broke off and that came back together, right? So He made us make this menorah, right, for many different reasons to show us, okay, you need to keep oil in your lamp. You are the olive branches that broke off. That's why it's built like a tree, right? You are the branches that broke off that need to come back, right? These different things mean a lot in symbolism of why the Lord made us make, the menorah, man, right? And not the nine branch candlestick, man. It ain't say 9 branch, right? It said the 7 branch, right? Why? Because it's one in the middle and there's 3 on both sides, right? 3 is what? Completion, right? So you have complete of Israel, complete of Jacob, right? And then in the middle, who are we following? We're following Yahushua, and that's the man
That's
that's in
right.
the middle, right?
Oh, that's good right there. That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Yep. Long as it had the yep,
The main parts.
those knobs
Yeah,
and yeah. Let's go.
the blossoms and the almond shape. You can. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right.
Yep.
Exodus 25 and 31. And thou shalt make a candlestick of pure gold. Of beaten work shall the candlesticks be made. Right. And there goes the beaten work. Right. The precise, intricate, right?
Intricate, yeah.
Precise, intricate work of detail, right? That's what it means to be beaten. This candlestick needs to be made like that, not just throw a bunch of scraps together. No, man, you really get in there precise and concise on how you're making this thing, man. And it explains what intricate work you shall be making towards this candlestick, right? The shaft shall be what? Made intricate, precise, and concise, man. Really get down and nitty to the nitty gritty, man, right? The shaft and his branches, his bowls, his knops, and his flowers shall be of the same, right? Of what? Of beaten work, right? And 6 branches shall come out of the sides of it, 3 branches of the candlestick out of one side, and 3 branches of the candlestick out of the other side. You see that? So we ain't dealing with that 9-piece menorah. You show me in the law where it says make it 4 and 4, man. 4 on this side, no, man. It says 3, right? 3 bowls made like unto almonds, right? And so if you see the image here, this is all almond shaped. The bowls, right? If you can see my mouse, right? 3 bowls on one side, and in the middle, right? Reading on. With a knob and a flower in one branch, and 3 bowls made like almonds in the other branch, with the knob and the flower. So in the 6 branches that come out of the candlestick, and in the candlestick shall be 4 bowls made like unto almonds, with their knobs and their flowers.
Mm-hmm.
And
We see it right here at the bottom of it on the stem, right? You have the 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You have the knobs, right? That's going up to that almond, right? And then you have the 3 knobs on each branch, right? Letting us know, man. The Lord is beautiful in His work, man. Letting us know, man, how this thing should be. So that's how we should be. Very strategic, very circumspect, right, on how we're serving the Most High. Not just throwing things together. Yeah, I'm gonna serve Him today, but tomorrow I'm gonna kind of do my own thing. Right, I'm gonna serve Him for a week, but then I'm gonna need to go ahead and have a rest break. You know what I mean? While I go smoke a blunt for a week. You know what I mean? No, man. The Lord said, hey, look, this is my perfection. Do it how I said, become how I need you to become, to build my tabernacle, man. And he did this thing perfect, man. You need 4 of them going up, 3 of them on each branch, and an olive right on top of each stick so you could burn the oil, man.
That's that real oil too. All you gotta do is put a fire to it. It's a pool of liquid in the inside of it, and you light that thing. That thing just stay lit, man.
And it just stays there.
God. Reading on. Verse 35. And there shall be a knot under 2 branches of the same, and a knot under 2 branches of the same, and a knot under 2 branches of the same, according to the 6 branches that proceed out of the candlestick. Right? So this right here, right? These are the 3 branches. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? And the 3 knops are the same. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and so on the other side.
Calm.
Right, reading on. Their knops and their branches shall be of the same. All it shall be one beaten work of pure gold. And thou shalt make the 7 lamps thereof, and they shall light the lamps thereof, that they may give light over against it. Man. And the tongs, even the tongs thereof, and the snuff dishes thereof shall be of pure gold. What's a snuff dish?
The thing that you pour the oil in with, man. Let's go get it.
I'm trying to get an image too real quick. Snuff dish, fire holder, censer, fire pan, snuff dish tray. You gotta have a priest holding it for you while you climb up on that ladder. You kind of let me grab that. All right, kind of put the tongs back. Okay, let me get. Oh, you got that oil? Okay, kind of hey, they're all helping each other in there, man. Light that fire, man. Each one teach one. A brother helping another brother keep that fire lit, man. There's no Jake. Okay, let me climb up this ladder. You see, you got to climb up. Okay, I got to run back down, grab that tray, and go back up. Oh, damn, I forgot the tongue. No, man, it's everybody is doing their duty inside of the tabernacle.
Everybody being of service.
That's right. All right, going back. All right, where did I go? Okay, verse 39. Of a talent of pure gold shall he make it with all these vessels. And look that thou make them after their pattern, which was shewed thee in the mount.
So Moses saw the kingdom. He saw Yahweh's throne, right? And everything that was around it. Right. So everything that he has in the heaven, right? Moses already saw it. That's why he okay, you're going to make it like this. I gave you a mental picture, right? You captured it up in your mind, right? And now I want you to make these things exactly how you saw it, right? Because the kingdom shall be on earth as it is in heaven.
Oh, yeah. Another thing too, man, it's crazy because just think about it, man. Moses, right? Mashah was up there for 40 days and 40 nights. What did he have to do to really understand all of that stuff? He had to meditate day and night on those things, man, in order to put it in his remembrance to be able to go down there and give the directions. And how much in fear and reverence was he towards the Most High, man? He seen him, felt that presence right there. So, oh man, I'm not letting up. But you Jakes and you Eves out here, man, you ain't meditating. You ain't keeping the reverence of the Lord or the testimony of the Most High, man. And really trying to get it down packed in your mind to really walk in this truth, man. So hey, just think about that, right? That's a deep one. He was meditating day and night.
Yeah, so that means you got to really sit there with the Lord. You got to sit with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And now walk around and kind of do things. Like sometimes you listen to the audio Bible and you kind of just walking around and you doing things and you miss a piece, man. right, you don't really miss a piece, man, when you're sitting down and you read, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you kind of downloading every word you see, right? And it takes you time to read, man. And you can't read the Bible fast, man, right? Like a novel. A lot of times people try to just read through the Bible. You can't do that, right? A lot of times you're going to stop 3, 4, 5 times in one chapter, right? Just because you know a precept or a verse that goes with that, man.
Yeah,
Right?
that's where that line upon line come in, man. You really got to dissect each and every verse as deep as you can. I stayed 5-10 minutes on one verse trying to figure it out, man. You know,
That's
on
what you
one
call
verse.
That's what you call keeping the commandments with all diligence, man. You know,
Mm-hmm.
all diligence, right? So I wanted to go into Zechariah chapter 4, right, and just show, right, that this is really going down, just like he said in verse 40. He said, "And look that thou make it." So pay attention that you make it in the patterns which was showed thee in the mount, right? So he had a full-on visual, right, with the Most High, man, right? And Moses did see Yahweh's face, man, right? He really did have a sit down with the Most High on his throne, man. He looking at everything that's going on in the kingdom, man. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's not in the kingdom on earth, but in the kingdom, that the heavenly kingdom, right?
All that Yahweh said we were doing here.
Kind of bar Yahweh with Nashama, all that Yahweh said we do and here.
The bar Yahweh with Nashemai. Like you said, Zechariah. Is there more on the law part, Torah part, or no?
Yeah,
Oh, you just want to go to Zechariah real quick for this portion of the menorah. Zechariah, what, King?
4.
Oh yeah, I remember this. Between the two trees. Yep, 2 olive trees.
Go ahead.
This is Zechariah chapter 4, verse 1. And the angel that talked with me came again and waked me as a man that is wakened out of his sleep. Right? And what does that mean, man? Startled, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. What's going on? You know?
God.
Nah, yeah, I know you wake me. I'll be there in a minute. No, man. You know, a startled, waking up out of a startled sleep, right? Startled out of his sleep, rather, right? Verse 2. And said unto me, what seest thou? And I said, right, Zechariah, I have looked, and behold, a candlestick all of gold, with a bowl on the top of it, and his 7 lamps thereof, and 7 pipes to the 7 lamps, which are upon the top thereof.
Go ahead.
And 2 olive trees by it, one upon the right side of the bowl, and the other upon the left side thereof. So I answered and spake to the angel that talked with me, saying, what are these, Ma'adawan?
So we're gonna stop right there, right? But we see that in heaven, right, there's the same thing, right? Where it's because we get it in a vision. Zechariah looking at it, there's a vision, right, telling us about the menorah and the candlestick. But it's cold-blooded because there's a spiritual meaning behind this vision that he's having, right? And each tree, like the brother went into earlier, a tree has everything to do with man, right? So you have one tree on the right, one tree on the left. These trees are both wisdom, right? But it's also both symbolism of Jacob and Esau. I mean, my bad, Jacob and Israel, right? These kids jamming me up. So I want you to look up the picture of the trees, right? And the menorah on. So on Google, look up a vision of Zechariah menorah.
Come on. Let's see what I find. Zechariah's vision of menorah. I'll put candlestick. Oh yeah, Khan, look at this thing. Look at this. Oh man. Oh, praises. Look at this. I'm pulling this one up. It's a video. I don't want no damn Edomites here. Hold on. No, I don't want this one. Let's go back. Salakia, forgive me. This one should be good. Oh, but this one's a video. Hold on. Oh yeah, there we go. This one right here. Look at this. Did I click images? Yeah, I did click images. I think this one's good. Let's get this. Oh man, it's a bug. Forgive me. Hold on.
All right. So yeah, it shouldn't be a video. It should more so be a
yeah. I got a video, but I want to look at this. Look
okay.
at this right here. This one's about to be mighty.
And it's gonna show what's happening. Okay.
Yeah, so I'll have it on mute. So yeah, I'll pause and my mind was everywhere right now. I've been starting back at verse 4, right? So I answered and spake to the angel that talked with me, saying, what are these, Ma'adawan? Then the angel that I talked with me answered and said unto me, knowest thou not what these be? And I said, no, my Lord. Then he answered and spake unto me, saying, this is the word of Yahweh unto Zerubbabel, saying, not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, saith Yahweh of armies.
Mm-hmm.
Who art thou, O great mountain? Before Zerubbabel, thou shalt become a plain, and he shall bring forth the headstone thereof with shoutings, crying, grace, grace unto it. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, the hands of Zerubbabel have laid the foundation of this house. His hands shall also finish it. And thou shalt know that Yahweh of hosts hath sent me unto you. Right? Let me pull that. Where am I at? Keep going.
No, I didn't want you to continue reading in there. The main point was the olive tree, the olive trees, right?
Okay, let me read that. Yeah, let me reread that real quick in a speedily manner, timely manner. Right, verse 2 again, and said unto me, what seest thou? And I said, I have looked, and behold, a candlestick. And as I'm reading, I'm gonna play it. Here we go. Bam. Right. Candlestick, all of gold. I'm in verse 2. With a bowl upon the top of it, and his 7 lamps thereon, and 7 pipes to the 7 lamps, which are upon the top thereof, and 2 olive trees by it, one upon the right side of the bowl, and the other upon the left side thereof.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, man, just like the vision, right, which is explaining to us too, right? It's all heavenly, right? We have these things, right, that the Lord gives us and shows unto us, right? And the reason why I went here is because we see the menorah in the temple. We was building the temple, boom, we get the menorah in the temple, right? As well as Moses saw the menorah as well up in heaven, right? And then we have a vision where the oil is being explained, and the trees and the 7 pipes, right, with the fire ignited, which all goes into the 7 churches, right? The complete number of the body of Christ, man, right? Which the body of Christ is us, right? So I just wanted to go in on that a little bit. Let's go back.
Con.
Chapter 26.
God, I just want to say shalom to me Ayashash, right, which means my woman in here. All praise to the Most High. She been in the spirit. Call me Shalom, right? Shalom to all the 4 viewers in here too as well. Peace and blessings to you. You know, all day, every day. Call me Shalom, right? All right, we'll be going King Salaki.
26.
Okay, come. This is Exodus 26 and 1.
Pull it up on the screen, Baba Kushar.
Exodus 26 and 1. Moreover, thou shalt make the tabernacle with 10 curtains of fine twined linen, and blue and purple and scarlet, with cherubims of cunning work shalt thou make them. Man, this is just so beautiful. I'm sorry, man. That's just, oh man, I love reading that part. That's so that I don't know, man. I have no words. I'm speechless. So lucky, yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
The length of one curtain shall be 8 and 20 cubits, and the breadth of one curtain 4 cubits, and every one of the curtains shall have one measure. The 5 curtains shall be coupled together one to another, and other 5, right, or the other 5 curtains shall be coupled one to another. And thou shalt make loops of blue upon the edge of the one curtain from the selvedge in the coupling. And likewise shalt thou make in the uttermost edge of another curtain in the coupling of the second. 50 loops shalt thou make in one curtain, and 50 loops shalt thou make in the edge of the curtain that is in the coupling of the second, that the loops may take hold one of another. And thou shalt make 50 taches of gold, and couple the curtains together with the taches, and it shall be one tabernacle. Reading on. Verse 7. And thou shalt make curtains of goat's hair to be a covering upon the tabernacle. 11 curtains shalt thou make. Man, 11 curtains, man.
Let me pull something up right quick.
On the screen, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
So we see right here, right? We have what? We have the curtains, right, of purple and blue and fine linen, the candlestick, right? And right here is you can see it in a more open view, right? And you have the cherubims, right, and the Ark of the Covenant, right? But then you have these curtains that's right here. That's before the Ark of the Covenant, where we worship, right, and serve the Most High around the altar of incense, right? And we have that 7 candlestick menorah, right, that lightens up the whole tabernacle. So what the brother is reading right now and going into is the portion of what? The covering of the tabernacle, right? And the curtains thereof, which we have curtains here, we have curtains here, right? To keep things closed off on what we doing for the Most High, right? In the inside. You don't want everybody looking at on the outside what you got going on in the inside. That's like why the Most High tell us what? Through his son Christ. The Father, right, that sees secretly, if you pray to him in secret, right, he shall reward you openly. This is our service, man. When we in this tabernacle as the Levites, this is us, right, praying to the Most High and worshiping the Most High in secret so he could worship us. I mean, so he could bless us openly, right? And I yield. I hope all that was received and gotten, and everybody heard that right there. So that tabernacle, this is a big deal, man. Building a tabernacle is a beautiful thing, right? And we have to take honor in what our elders and our ancestors did, right? or by the strength of the Most High, man. Right? Look at this one, man. Hey, this is one of the most beautifulest things that we go through in the law, man, is the building of the temple, man. It's extravagant how the Most High put everything together. I'm gonna just say it like that. Right, with the two cherubims on the right on the curtain that's before the Ark of the Covenant, man. Right. Then you got the table of showbread, right next to the menorah, and then you have the incense, man,
That's right.
smoking up and smelling up the tabernacle, right?
Bring it out. Bring it out. God, that's right. That's right. And that's the most intricate things we could do, right? This is what you call taking order, right? Taking instructions in a delicate matter that the Most High has established upon our people, man. Right? And all we have to do is keep the commandments and have faith, man. Right? But it gets deeper than that. We literally have to build ourselves because we're tabernacles as well in the instructions that the Most High has established, man. No rips, no tears, no breaches. You don't want things falling down and falling over. So we got to stay and meditating on the instructions of the Most High. That way we can always keep our tabernacle upright in an upright manner, man. Right? Never fail. Right? That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Let me pull this back up. And thou shalt couple 5 curtains by themselves and 6 curtains by themselves. What does it mean to couple? Right? You just take you have your sheet on your window, right, or your curtains, and you just bundle it up together. And we wrap a tie around it, right? That's the same thing that's going on here, but more in a delicate manner, right? More with of things that have more of a value, right? More of care. Because I might just take my curtains out, I'm just going to tie it up with whatever. No, we really take that delicacy in the building of this tabernacle as we take the delicacy in building ourselves up in the same manner, man, with the instructions of the Most High.
And the couplings, right, that the brother going into, they look something like this. That's right here, if y'all can see, right, and that is what we'll put on our the curtains, right, to open and close it. Let me see. Let's see if I could get a better one. Salakia, right? So damn, my bad. All right, go ahead, King.
Con.
It's jamming up.
All right, reading on. Curtains and thou shalt couple 5 curtains by themselves and 6 curtains by themselves, and shall double the 6th curtain in the forefront of the tabernacle. And thou shalt make 50 loops on the edge of the one curtain that is outmost in the coupling, and 50 loops in the edge of the curtain which coupleth the second. And thou shalt make 50 taches of brass, and put the taches unto the loops, and couple the tent together that it may be one.
So with these 50 loops, right? This is how you're gonna make the covering for the tabernacle, right? You couple them together, and then you pull these strings, and you make a tent, right? It covers the tent.
I see. I'll pull it up for you.
So you end up attaching these 50 things, right? And then that's how you get them in this type of setting, right? Where you have these 25 on this side and the other 25 on the other, right? Also, you already have your things for the curtain, right? You got the 5 curtains here, the 6 curtains here, and the 6 curtains there, right? So we getting this thing together, right? Go ahead.
God. Read on. And the remnant that remaineth of the curtains of the tent, the half curtain that remaineth, shall hang over the backside of the tabernacle.
So now you got the backside covered of this same tent. So this is us covering up everything. And as you see, right, we have this blue one, right, where the 50 things was what they was 50 what?
Couplings.
Yeah, 50 couplings was put on is this blue one, man. We made it just like what? Just like the covering that closed the door, right? On the for the Ark of the Covenant and for the covers the front of the tabernacle. This one right here, right? The 11, the 6 and 5, right? This was put together so we could cover the inside of the tabernacle as well. Because what's in here is holy. So it has to be purple, right? Scarlet and blue. All right.
That's right. Reading on. Verse 13. And the cubit on the one side, and the cubit on the other side of that which remaineth in the length of the curtains of the tent, it shall hang over the sides of the tabernacle, on this side and on that side, to cover it.
That's to make sure the rain and the weather don't get in there, right? Which is what you see on this side right here. If you could pull mine back up.
Yeah, it's yours is on the screen while I'm reading.
It's on this side right here and this side where the rain will drop off, just like this is hanging on top, so that the rain could kind of like, if it ever rains, it could just drip in front of the tabernacle and not inside of the tabernacle.
Mm-hmm. Verse 14. And thou shalt make a covering for the tent of ram skins dyed red.
And that's where we get this next section, right? Which is the ram skins dyed red, right? Then you have the blue, right? Then you have the covering of the tent, which is this tan. Then you have the red ram skin dyed red.
And the covering above that of badger skins.
And this top one here is badger skin, right? Badger skin, water runs off a badger, right? It doesn't just go into the hair and soak it up and freeze the animal out. No, because the badger, it's known to be in damp and wet places. So water kind of it don't sink into badger skin, right? That's right. What the top layer is.
Bring it out. That's right. That's right. We're going into boards and sockets.
Okay, cool.
Verse 15. And thou shalt make boards for the tabernacle of shittim wood, standing up.
And this is the boards, right, of shittim wood standing up, right? Yeah, they got folly on these curtains, but this is the boards right here standing up, right? You see that?
Right. Yeah. 10 cubits shall be the length of a board, and the cubit and the half shall be the breadth of one board.
Right. So then, go ahead.
2 tenons shall there be in one board, set in order one against another. Thus shalt thou make for all the boards of the tabernacle. I want to dive deeper on this real quick with the NLT real fast.
So these are the boards, right? These are the boards, and then we're gonna get into the beams, right? That's going horizontal.
Verse 17. With 2 pegs under each frame, make all the frames identical. Make 20 of these frames or these boards to support the curtains on the south side of the tabernacle. Right, I'm gonna read a little bit more of these verses so they can kind of get it a little bit more better just for now. 19. Also make 40 silver based, verse 19, right? Make 40 silver bases, 2 bases under each frame, with the pegs fitting securely into the bases, right? Now let me go back.
Hold on, let me show that right quick. Let's see if I can get a good one. Okay, we'll go back over here. Salaki. I'll go back over here, right? Because these are the silver, right, that it's talking about. Right here at the front. Boom, boom, boom. Right. That's our silver to hold it up.
Man.
Go ahead.
Silver, not no cement, man. I think silver.
Yeah, for real.
You know?
Man, beautiful.
Verse 20. And for the second side of the tabernacle on the north side, there shall be 20 boards.
Right. 20 boards, right? So these boards are the beams that holds up the tabernacle, right, on each side. So this is where we get Salak these, right? The boards on each side, on the north side of the tabernacle, right? You go to count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You can see that it go all the way over here. It makes 20, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Verse 21, Exodus chapter 26 and verse number 21. And there 40 sockets of silver, 2 sockets under one board and 2 sockets under another board.
Mm-hmm. And that goes into these sockets, right? Hold on. Let me get back to the good picture that we always use, right? This the sockets, right? Go ahead. Read it again.
And there, let me start back at 20. And for the second side of the tabernacle on the north side, there shall be 20 boards. And there 40 sockets, right, for the boards of silver, 2 sockets under one board and 2 sockets under another board.
Mm-hmm.
And for the sides of the tabernacle westward, thou shalt make 6 boards. And
right,
2
this way. Right, this back area. All right, go ahead.
And 2 boards shalt thou make for the corners of the tabernacle on the 2 sides.
Mm-hmm.
And they shall be coupled together beneath, and they shall be coupled together above the head of it unto one ring. Thus shall it be for them both. They shall be for the 2 corners.
So that's so it could have this rectangular type of feel, right? Where you have these beams right here on this corner, this corner, this corner, and this corner, right? To hold up all of this badger skin, ram skin, whatever skin we used to use for the to build a tent, which is probably like roebuck, right, or some type of deer. And this material right here, which is fine linen, dyed with blue, scarlet, and purple, right? These things are heavy. This is not light, right? So we had to do this right, or the whole thing will fall down on top of us. You build a tent and don't put your stakes in right. See what happens.
I want to put. Let me find something real quick. Right after we get through more of this portion, I'm gonna pull up something that's very much gonna help, most definitely. But let me get through a little bit more. Verse 25. Well, y'all stay tuned. If y'all watching right now, stay tuned for this video. Trust me, Baba Kashah, watch this. Verse 25. And they shall be 8 boards, and their sockets of silver, 16 sockets, 2 sockets under one board, and 2 sockets under another board. And thou shalt make bars of shittim wood, 5 for the boards of the one side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the other side of the tabernacle.
Mm-hmm.
and 5 bars for the boards of the side of the tabernacle for the 2 sides westward.
Mm-hmm.
Con.
So we got these 5 bars, right?
Con. And the middle bar in the midst of the boards shall reach from the end to end.
Con. Then you have another bar, right, that reach from end to end.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's right. 5 of those. Basically the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the top portion. That's right. Con.
Go ahead.
Verse 29. And thou shalt overlay the boards with gold, and make the rings of gold for places for the bars, and thou shalt overlay the bars with gold.
Mm-hmm.
And thou shalt rear up the tabernacle according to the fashion thereof, which was shewed thee in the mount.
Man, so Moses got the whole breakdown, man. The Most High tabernacle, right, looks really similar to ours, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It looks really similar, man.
That's right. Let me I'm gonna pull this video up real quick, and then I'm gonna pause it at the part we're on in the Torah in this chapter. So watch this. All right, so we can kind of relapse the viewers of what we just read so far, so they can get an actual visual of how it's being made. So look at this.
Hold on, let me go over there. Go ahead and pull it up. My bad, I got you.
Okay, you got me.
Mm-hmm.
It's on.
Yep.
All right, Con.
Moreover, thou shalt make the tabernacle with 10 curtains of fine twine.
Y'all want to hear the voice or not?
Yeah, Con, play the voice.
With cherubims of cunning work shalt thou make them. The length of one curtain shall be 8 and 20 cubits, and the breadth of one curtain 4 cubits. And every one of the curtains shall have one measure. The 5 curtains shall be coupled together one to another, and other 5 curtains shall be coupled one to another. And thou shalt make loops of blue upon the edge of the one curtain, from the selvage in the coupling. And likewise shalt thou make in the uttermost edge of another curtain, in the coupling of the second. 50 loops shalt thou make in the one curtain, and 50 loops shalt thou make in the edge of the curtain that is in the coupling of the second, that the loops may take hold one of another. And thou shalt make 50 taches of gold, and couple the curtains together with the taches, and it shall be one tabernacle. And thou shalt make curtains of goat's hair, to be a covering upon the tabernacle. 11 curtains shalt thou make. The length of one curtain shall be 30 cubits, and the breadth of one curtain 4 cubits. And the 11 curtains shall be all of one measure. And thou shalt couple 5 curtains by themselves, and 6 curtains by themselves, and shalt double the 6th curtain in the forefront of the tabernacle. And thou shalt make 50 loops on the edge of the one curtain that is outmost in the coupling, and 50 loops in the edge of the curtain which coupleth the second. And thou shalt make 50 taches of brass, and put the taches into the loops, and couple the tent together, that it may be one. And the remnant that remaineth of the curtains of the tent, the half curtain that remaineth, shall hang over the backside of the tabernacle, and a cubit on the one side, and a cubit on the other side of that which remaineth in the length of the curtains of the tent. It shall hang over the sides of the tabernacle on this side and on that side, to cover it. And thou shalt make a covering for the tent of ram skins dyed red, and a covering above of badgers' skins. And thou shalt make boards for the tabernacle of shittim wood, standing up. 10 cubits shall be the length of a board, and 1.5 cubits shall be the breadth of one board. 2 tenons shall there be in one board, set in order one against another. Thus shalt thou make for all the boards of the tabernacle. And thou shalt make the boards for the tabernacle, 20 boards on the south side southward. And thou shalt make 40 sockets of silver under the 20 boards, 2 sockets under one board for his 2 tenons, and 2 sockets under another board for his 2 tenons. And for the second side of the tabernacle on the north side there shall be 20 boards, and there 40 sockets of silver, 2 sockets under one board, and 2 sockets under another board. And for the sides of the tabernacle westward thou shalt make 6 boards, and 2 boards shalt thou make for the corners of the tabernacle in the 2 sides. And they shall be coupled together beneath, and they shall be coupled together above the head of it unto one ring. Thus shall it be for them both. They shall be for the 2 corners. And they shall be 8 boards, and their sockets of silver 16 sockets, 2 sockets under one board, and 2 sockets under another board. And thou shalt make bars of shittim wood, 5 for the boards on the one side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards on the other side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the side of the tabernacle for the 2 sides westward. And the middle bar in the midst of the boards shall reach from end to end. And thou shalt overlay the boards with gold, and make their rings of gold for places for the bars, and thou shalt overlay the bars with gold. And thou shalt rear up the tabernacle according to the fashion thereof which was showed thee in the mount. And thou shalt make a veil of blue, and purple, and scarlet, and fine twined linen of cunning work, with cherubims shall it be made.
Right, so this is the part that we're on right now, the veil, right? We went through all of the building of it, right? How to make the wooden boards with the tenons and the couplings and all of that. So right now, what we're reading is the veil part. So we're gonna read that and then go into the rest of this this animation, right? Verse 31. And thou shalt make a veil of blue, let me pull it up, and purple and scarlet, and fine twined linen of cunning work. With cherubims shall it be made. And thou shalt hang it upon 4 pillars of shittim wood, overlaid with gold. Their hooks shall be of gold, upon the 4 sockets of silver. And thou shalt hang up the veil under the taches, that thou mayest bring in thither within the veil the ark of the testimony. And the veil shall divide unto you between the holy place and the most holy. Right, so let's get that part. Right. So this part right here divides the mercy seat with the Ark of the Covenant with the mercy seat.
Pull it back up.
Okay, slucky. Right, this part right here, right, behind this curtain is the Ark of the Covenant, the Ark of the Testimony, right, with the mercy seat, where only the high priest is allowed to enter, right, and actually commune with the Most High, Moses and Aaron, right?
Yeah, it would be a Aaronite or a Zadokite.
God. Now let me read on, and then I'm gonna play it and then read.
God.
Right. God. Verse 34. And thou shalt put the mercy seat upon the ark of the testimony in the most holy place. And thou shalt set the table without the veil, outside the veil, and the candlestick over against the table on the side of the tabernacle toward the south, and thou shalt put the table on the north side. Right? God, that's the part I'm on right now, right? Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's the table of showbread that he just read about, right? Then you have the candle, right? Well,
God.
my arrow not working, but as you can see, that's the table, that's the showbread, and the candle. Okay, now read.
God. Verse 36. And thou shalt make an hanging for the door of the tent of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen wrought with needlework.
Mm.
And thou shalt make for the hanging 5 pillars of shittim wood and overlay them with gold, and their hooks shall be of gold, and thou shalt cast 5 sockets of brass for them.
God.
God. Look at the magnificent instructions of the Most High, man. The magnificent tabernacle, man.
It's beautiful, man.
That thing is gorgeous.
Man, it's beautiful how the Most High set it up, man.
Now, one of these other nations was looking over the mountainside, like, "Oh yeah, that's the Israelites over there." Oh man, we gotta turn around.
And you know, we was doing offerings like, you know, all day. So it was like barbecues all day. So you smelling it from miles. You know what I mean? You got the good lamb cooking, then you come back, you got a grown sheep, you know, then you got the ox, then you got a ram cooking, you know what I mean? And in making these the ram skins, right, and the goat skins, man, we was eating those animals, man, that we was skinning. You know what I mean? So it was a big barbecue going on, man. Many a sacrifices going up to the Most High.
God, I like this part right here. That shiny silver right there, man. That's that polished silver, man. That's crazy. That's the gold. The gold sockets. Oh man, pure gold, man. It's like gold bars right there, man. That you see in the damn bank vault, man.
Yeah,
you know.
And it's like times 100,000, like for real. So though, like the way that we was laying this gold, man, it had to be a amazing experience, man. You just got, you know, before you even stand it up, you gotta lay this gold on these things, right? They showing it as in we put the wood together and then covered it with gold. No, gold is hot. You had to have it hot so you could pour it on there. So we was putting up this stuff when it was already made with gold. We already covered it with gold.
That's right. That's right.
So it was heavy work, man. We some strong people, man. Literally.
God, I got a precept I want to pull up real quick for that. Let me remove this. I mean, if I can put this back up, so like, right? Let me get something to Matthew chapter 19.
Khan, Shalom, Ak Judah, man. Shalom. I'm pretty sure your wife on here too, man. Ak Judah Rib, man. Shalom.
Khan, shalom to y'all out there, man. All praises. Matthew 19, Matthew 9, I believe. Bear with me 1 second.
You got it.
Matthew chapter 9 and verse number 37, right? Khan. Right? So he said to his disciples, right? Yahweh Shai, man, right? He said to his disciples, the harvest is great, but the workers are few. So pray to Yahweh, who is in charge of the harvest, or rather Yahweh Shai in this sense, right? Ask him to send more workers into his fields. Right? And so look, man, you didn't have 2, 3, 4, 5 Jakes building this tabernacle, man. Everybody had a specific duty and a job to do to make this work happen, man. This is why we need brothers out here to come and do the work, right? Put your hand to the plow, whether it be something of brass, silver, or gold. We have to come together to build this tabernacle, right? Look, man, in all of the camps out here, right? Whether you use SUBCRIBE, K.O.Y, Watchmen for Israel, right? True Nation, Believers of the Way, no matter what.
Kingdom of Yasharallah,
right? No matter what, if you look at it, we could be the showbread. We could just be as one camp. We probably a pillar, man, right? And the other camp, hey, that's probably the badger skin topping, man.
Or the
right?
veil.
We all need to come together, right, and do this work to build this tabernacle together, so that way we can withstand in the day of the Lord. Right?
Mhm.
And I yield on that one.
Con,
Where we at?
do me a favor. Grab Numbers, right? Chapter 4
Oops,
and
lucky.
verse, right? And verse number 16.
This is Numbers chapter 4 and verse 16.
Start at 5.
Numbers chapter 4 and verse 5. When the camp moves, Aaron and his sons must enter the tabernacle first to take down the inner curtain and cover the ark of the covenant with it. Then they must cover the inner curtain with fine goatskin leather and spread over that a single piece of blue cloth. Finally, they must put the carrying poles. I'm over here in the NLT.
Yeah, because it's saying goat and it's really badger.
Verse 5 again. And when the camp setteth forward, Aaron shall come and his sons, and they shall take down the covering veil and cover the ark of testimony with it.
So like the brother was going into, we need people, right, that's going to do the work of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Why? Because it wasn't just Aaron by himself. Those curtains is heavy. It was Aaron and his sons, man, right? And Aaron had 2 sons, man, right? So it was more people than just him alone, right? Keep going.
Verse number 6. And shall put thereon the covering of badger skins, and shall spread over it a cloth wholly of blue, and shall put in the staves thereof.
So a cloth that's fully covered in blue, right? Go ahead.
And upon the table of showbread they shall spread a cloth of blue, and put thereon the dishes and the spoons and the bowls and covers to cover withal, and the continual bread shall be thereon.
Drop down to 15.
Verse 15. And when Aaron and his sons have made an end of covering the sanctuary and all the vessels of the sanctuary, as the camp is set forward, after that the sons of Kohath shall come to bear it.
So that's the priests, right? That's the Levites that have their own duty too. After we cover it all and we about to go to war, or something happened where we need to move the tabernacle, right? Who come through and move it? The Kohathites, right? So this is another group of people, man. Right, go ahead.
But they shall not touch any holy thing lest they die.
So if it's not covered and something is not like if they touch the staff or the shaft, right, and it's not covered, right, they die, right? So hey, look, man, that ain't your duty, man. Don't come around here touching the holy things, man, right? But you could carry it though, but you cannot touch it because that's for Aaron the priest and his sons, right? Go ahead.
These things are the burden of the sons of Kohath in the tabernacle of the congregation.
So everybody has their own duty, man, right? And we're going to read this next verse and we're going to shoot back to Exodus, right? So we need other brothers like the brother going into to put in this work, man.
Verse 16, and to the office of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, pertaineth the oil for the light, and the sweet incense, and the daily meat offering, and the anointing oil, and the oversight of all the tabernacle, and of all that therein is, in the sanctuary and in the vessels thereof.
So that's Aaron's third son, right? Eleazar, the priest, right? And he has his duty as well, man, right? So that's how we get, right? That's how we get to say, man, it's more duties, it's more work, right, for people to do, man. Ain't no reason for you to be lazy in this truth, right? Let's go back to Exodus.
Let me read one more verse.
Verse
19. But thus do unto them that they may live and not die. When they approach unto the most holy things, Aaron and his sons shall go in, and appoint them every one to his service and to his burden. Right? So everyone is appointed a service and something to do. Right? Everyone has a specific job and a specific duty to help us build towards the kingdom, man. Right? That's all I wanted. Yeah, Khan. It's the sons of Kohath, right? The Kohathites, the Gershonites, and the sons of Merari. Right? Going back. So that was far. Khan.
So we was on like what, 30?
No, we done. This is the
with 26?
Yeah, with 26, Khan. The bar Yahweh wa not Shemai.
Khan, all that Yahweh says, what we doing here.
All that Yahweh says we will do in here. Khan.
27, let's go.
Khan, the bronze altar.
Oh man, one of the most beautifulest things, man. I love the way the altar was made, man, because the Most High made the altar specifically, right, to attract, right, lightning, right, and it's beautiful the way that he set it up. Go ahead.
Khan, let me. You want to grab the image real quick while
I get the image.
Khan, verse 1, Exodus 27:1, and thou shalt make an altar of shittim wood, 5 cubits long and 5 cubits broad. The altar shall be 4 square, and the height thereof shall be 3 cubits. And thou shalt make the horns of it upon the 4 corners thereof. His horn shall be of the same, and thou shalt overlay it with brass. I think that's a good one. That one looks big too.
Yeah, it was big, man. You had to put cows and stuff in there, man.
Yeah.
Right, it was a big old thing, man. Right. And it's laden with brass, man. You understand? Right.
I think that one's a good one right there. Yeah, I like that because it has the grates. Go ahead, you can pull it up for him while I read, and you can point it out.
Con. Go ahead.
Con. Yeah, that's mighty. Con, reading on. Verse 3. And thou, Exodus 27 in verse number 3. And thou shalt make his pans to receive his ashes, and his shovels, and his basins, and his flesh hooks, and his fire pans. All the vessels thereof thou shalt make of brass.
So these are the bowls, right, that you grab, right, with the ashes. You take the ashes out with the because you can't just let it overfill with ashes. These ashes got to come out. Right, and that's what we got these bowls, right, of brass for. Then you have the forks, man, because you can't just have the fire in one place. The fire got to be spread all throughout, right, evenly throughout the sacrifice, man, because you're gonna have one side burnt and one side not cooking.
Hey, Judah, I know you deal with barbecue pits, man, and having like a grill or something, man. We have miniature versions of that, man. A little thing to move the ashes around and the coals on it. Hey, this is a giant model of that, man. You need a real shovel. You know? Read on.
You think you be cutting up? You think you be cutting up with your little steaks and your little ribs and your little, you know, such and such, man. Nah, they flipping a whole. You know, we say we cooking a whole bird, right? We have a whole bird in the oven or something like that. These people got whole lambs, whole goats, whole bison. You know what I mean?
Yeah, them things is heavy, man.
Wasn't no chainsaw, right? To just go ahead and cut the cut the meat in half. No, man. You had to flip that whole thing.
Verse number 4. And thou shalt make for it a grate of network of brass.
Mm-hmm.
And upon the net shalt thou make 4 brazen rings in the 4 corners thereof.
Mm-hmm.
And thou shalt put it under the compass of the altar beneath, that the net may be even to the midst of the altar.
Right. This is so the fire could breathe. Right. You
Mm-hmm.
gotta have something that makes the fire breathe. That's the net. These are the rings. Right. This is the covering. Right, where all the fire is and the wood is gonna be at.
Mm-hmm.
But this is where the ashes is gonna be at, and where the wind goes and helps the fire. Right.
That's right. Verse 6. And thou shalt make staves for the altar, staves of shittim wood, and overlay them with brass. And the stave shall be put into the rings, and the stave shall be upon the 2 sides of the altar to bear it. Hollow with boards thou shalt make it, as it was showed thee in the mount, so shall they make it.
Mm-hmm. Hollow with boards, man. Right. At the bottom of it, you still need more. You still need more boards, man.
Mm-hmm. That's mighty. That's it though. Now we're going into the court, the inner court.
The inner court, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, it's like something pulled up. And the thing is, man, look, man, imagine this just being the tabernacle, right? Then we have Solomon's temple. Then we have the second temple. Imagine the kingdom, man, having all of this stuff in there times 100, man. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Times 100. All praises, all praises. Shalom to the 6 viewers in here. All praises to the Most High, man, for y'all beautiful, beloved Mashapaka up in here, man. Beautiful family, right?
Shalom, shalom.
Let me pull up another thing real quick, man.
So this one for the inner court.
No, that's inside the tabernacle, King. We're talking about like
okay,
the outside.
I got you.
I like that one. Oh, that one's mighty too. I think that one's more mightier. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I like that.
I need to have it more visual. But go ahead and read. I got you. I'm get the
I got you. Verse 9. And thou shalt make the court of the tabernacle for the south side southward. There shall be hangings for the court of fine twined linen of 100 cubits long for one side, and the 20 pillars thereof and their 20 sockets shall be of brass. The hooks of the pillars and their fillets shall be of silver.
So you got to make a fence out of fine linen, right? So that way everybody ain't seeing the most holy things go down, right? Then you got the 20, right? You got the 20 staffs, right? The 20 wood, and then you got the things that hold them up, right? Which is these anchors.
All right. Oh, matter of fact, I found another mighty video on that one too. If you want me to pull that one up.
Yeah, of course. Brothers and sisters, the visuals is crazy, right? But look at the type of houses and tents, man, that we was putting together out there, man. We not a mighty people, man. I don't know what the hell we are. And understand how many animals had to be slain for each one of these damn tents.
Oh man, that's hold on. Give me 5 seconds. I just can't get enough of this picture. Look at the background image, y'all. Man, look at that.
Man.
Millions, man.
Beautiful. Beautiful, man.
Calm.
Right, I'll
All
be
right,
back in a couple minutes when I gotta
calm.
go handle something.
Calm. All right, let me pull this back up, y'all. All right. So let's get the visual of this thing that's going on, man. Look at this. Right. So I'm gonna read on while that's the outer court. So we already built the tabernacle, right? Now we building the outer court of it, man. Right? Let me read on. And it reads, and the 20 pillars thereof and their 20 sockets shall be of brass. The hooks of the pillars and the fillets shall be of silver. Right? And this is where you see right here, silver. See that? These are brass sockets. Right? That way they can stick inside of it. You don't want to just put a bottom of a piece of timber, right, wood on the ground by itself. No, you need something to set it inside, right? So that way it can stay firm, you know? Reading on. And likewise for the north side in the length, there shall be hangings of 100 cubits long, and his 20 pillars and their 20 sockets of brass, right? The hooks of the pillars and their fillets of silver. Right? That's the north side right here. The same way. The south and the north side. You see that? Then it says, and for verse 12, and for the breadth of the court on the west side shall be hangings of 50 cubits, their pillars 10, and their sockets 10. See that? And the breadth of the court on the east side, eastward, shall be 50 cubits. Right? 50 cubits. In this middle part, we're going to get to this middle part right here. Why is it so different? Right? Because the Most High said. Right? The hangings of one side of the gate shall be 15 cubits, their pillars 3, and their sockets 3. And on the other side shall be hangings 15 cubits, their pillars 3, and their sockets 3. Right? And for the gate of the court, right? Play it. And for the gate of the court shall be an hanging of 20 cubits of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen wrought with needlework, and their pillars shall be 4, and their sockets 4. See that? Bam. See, hey man, we ain't just start shower curtains, man. Look at that. They hang on the pole right here, right? Like shower curtains, man. That way you can just slide it in and out, you know? A fine material. Look at that thing. I think it's mighty, man. So this is the outer court, right? And this is where you set the tabernacle inside of. And not everybody is able to go inside of this place either, right? Reading on. Verse 17. All the pillars round about the court shall be filleted with silver, their hooks shall be of silver, and their sockets of brass. The length of the court shall be 100 cubits, and the breadth 50 everywhere, and the height 5 cubits of fine twined linen, and their sockets of brass. Right? Sockets of brass. Then it says, verse 19, all the vessels of the tabernacle in all the service thereof, and all the pins thereof, and all the pins of the court shall be of brass. All right, let's keep going. And thou shalt command, verse 20, Exodus 27 and 20, and thou shalt command the children of Israel that they bring thee pure oil, olive beaten for the light, to cause the lamp to burn always. In the tabernacle of the congregation, without the veil, which is before the testimony, Aaron and his sons shall order it from evening to morning before Yahweh, it shall be a statute forever unto their generations on the behalf of the children of Israel. Right? Come on, let me play the rest of this. Bam. All praises, all praises. The bar Yahweh will not shemai on this chapter. Right here,
The bar Yahweh will not shemai. All that Yahweh says, what we do and hear.
Where we at 28?
No, we up in 1 Kings.
Ooh, come on.
1 Kings chapter 5 and verse 26.
There is no verse 26. Salakia. Maybe that version of the scriptures has it. It might be chapter 6 in this blue letter. Because right here it stops at 18.
So let's just read chapter 6.
Okay. What is the verse?
Hold on, my bad. So now what we're gonna start on is 13.
Okay.
Of chapter 5.
Okay. Oh shit. Let's go. God, this is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 5, and verse number 13. And King Shalamah raised a levy out of all Israel, and the levy was 30,000 men. And he sent them to Lebanon, 10,000 a month by courses. A month they were in Lebanon, and 2 months at home. And Adoniram was over the levy. What's a levy? Let me get that for y'all. Levy.
10,000 soldiers.
Gang, a body of forced laborers, task workers, labor band or gang. So a group of a band of laborers, labor overseers, taskmasters.
So like we keep going into, man, you got to be putting in the work, man. He says the harvest is plenteous, right? But the laborers are few, right? And that's why we're called to go labor for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, to call people into repentance, man. And really what we're doing is we're calling spirits, right, back to repentance, right? Spirits that went off, right, and went their own way. We're calling those spirits back to repentance so they could be holy and set apart unto the Most High God.
That's right. That's absolutely correct, man. Right, read on. Verse 15. And Solomon had 70,010 that bear burdens, and 80,000 hewers in the mountains. Beside the chief of Solomon's officers, which were over the work, 3,300, which ruled over the people that wrought in the work. And the king commanded, and they brought great stones, costly stones, and hewed stones to lay the foundation of the house. And Solomon's builders and Hiram's builders did hew them, and the stone scorers, Slakias. So they prepared timber and stones to build the house. Man, hey, we don't see, man, let me pull this 1 second, man. Let's get an image of a quarry. Right. Look at this quarry right here, right? They got tractors doing this work, man. How much are actually people hewing these things on carts and wagons of oxen, man? You know? things that they had in time, because they didn't have tractors in that time, man. They literally dug. Look at this middle piece. They dug all the way down to this ground, and to the point they found water. Look at that. They had to dig so deep. This is all carved into the earth, man. That's what a quarry is. You know, all that is cut and hewed stones out, man. Right? This is what they were doing. Costly stones, hewn stones, man, and just regular stones too. You know, just want to pull that up real quick. Right? Stone quarrers. So they prepared timber and stones to build the house. All right. Reading on. 1 Kings 6:1. And it came to pass in the 480th year after the children of Israel were come out of the land of Egypt, in the 4th year of Solomon's reign over Israel, in the month of Ziph, which is the 2nd month, that he began to build the house of Yahweh. And the house which King Solomon built for Yahweh, the length thereof was 80 cubits, and the breadth thereof 20 cubits, and the height thereof 30 cubits. And the porch before the temple of the house, 20 cubits was the length thereof, according to the breadth of the house, and 10 cubits was the breadth thereof before the house.
So I'm gonna pull that up as well, man, while you going into it.
That's right. Oh, damn, man. I'm not even sharing. It's a lot here, y'all. But you about to pull something up anyways. Man, that one. I told you, man. That was 10 times the tabernacle in the wilderness. Look how many more menorahs is in there. So how much more the kingdom, man? You know.
And he got gold floors. He got a gold pillar like a palm tree, right? He got a basin right here, right? Or maybe that's the altar. Right?
No, that's the same. That's the same pillar. It's just cut so we can see inside of it.
So we can see inside the temple.
Yeah. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me grab something real quick.
Right, that's crazy, bro. Solomon's temple was like many. Look at the outside of it, right? Man, and you just imagine, right? Look at the altar. Right. Then he had the oxen, right? Also known as bulls or cows, right? Mostly bulls. You got the oxen holding up a big old vase, right? But look at the altar, man. Huge, right? Cooking up the food, man. Cooking up the offerings, man. Big time. You know. Look at that. Right. That's many, man. That's many. Right? You know how they have a showroom floor, man? Right? We got a whole nother situation going up here, man. And then a situation right here. Right? And a situation at the bottom, man. There's much more, man. And how much more in the kingdom? Right? Look at this dang look at the altar, man. Right? And this is why, right, Aaron's sons and his grandsons had to end up making linen breeches. Why? Because the altar had to be big enough for them to walk up the stairs, right, and put the offerings on there.
Look at this thing.
Good? Can you looking up some stuff? Oh, crap.
You see that?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, let me just blow me. Yeah, there you go, man. Look at that thing. Right, got the scriptures on the side. Right, this is the pillars that we were just looking at right here. The pillars. Top piece, the back.
You grab stuff like this when you truly love the Most High, man. You want all of His memorabilia, man, in your house.
Come on, one more time. Look at that. Let's go. All praises. All right, let me read on Salakia. And the porch, verse 3. 1 Kings 6 and verse 3. And the porch before the temple of the house, 20 cubits was the length thereof, according to the breadth of the house, and 10 cubits was the breadth thereof before the house. Verse 4. And for the house he made windows of narrow lights.
Mm-hmm.
And against the wall of the house he built chambers round about, against the walls of the house round about, both of the temple and of the oracle. And he made chambers round about.
Mm-hmm. So now they got rooms around the temple now, right? Like these. That they got them going all the way around about, right? You got courts, you got rooms, you got, you know, where the priest could sleep at, and they got a court where you could eat at,
and storage for a lot of the oils and a lot of the tools, you know. Oh, that brass shovel kind of withering away after a few years. Grab another one, you know.
Yep. Yep. That's what that is right there.
Storage.
Yeah.
Oh, that was mighty right there. Come on, reading on. The nethermost chamber was 5 cubits broad, and the middle was 6 cubits broad, and the third was 7 cubits broad. For without in the wall of the house he made narrow rests round about, that the beams should not be fastened in the walls of the house. And the house, when it was in building, was built of stone made ready before it was brought thither, so that there was neither hammer nor axe nor any tool of iron heard in the house while it was in building.
So they were just putting it together. They were just bringing the bricks. The brick, they wasn't hammering it. Ain't no ain't no big noise going on. You just sliding the bricks on there.
Yeah, because they've already made it ready.
Yeah.
You know. The door
and we those costly stones as well. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Building up the kingdom.
You want to already be made built, man, to be inserted into the kingdom, man, to be that added piece, man. You don't want to have no chip. Okay, yeah, I'm a stone, but I got a chip right here. No, man. Right? That's the part of being without blemish, man. These stones weren't without any blemish. They were already made and secured and fashioned to already just put it in, you know, added to the temple, man.
And you got them chambers right there on the sides, man.
Even that top piece too, that top half.
Right. You got rooms.
Yeah.
You had the lights, the narrow lights coming into the tabernacle. You know. You got the wall great and high. It's beautiful to go into every time we go into this, man.
Oh, praises.
Man.
Reading on. Verse 7. And the house, when it was in verse 8. The door for the middle chamber was in the right side of the house, and they went up with winding stairs into the middle chamber, and out of the middle into the third. So he built the house and finished it, and covered the house with beams and boards of cedar. And then he built chambers against all the house, 5 cubits high and they rested on the house with timber of cedar.
Mm-hmm.
How far are we going into 6, just so I know?
13.
Okay, and the word of Yahweh came to Solomon, saying, concerning this house which thou art in building, if thou wilt walk in my statutes and execute my judgments and keep all my commandments to walk in them, then will I perform my word with thee, which I spake unto David thy father. And I will dwell among...
That's mighty, bro. For real. It's like our tabernacle is like a castle. Look at this chambers in the corner of the walls. Man, that's crazy. It's like a palace.
Like we just seen in the image, man. We had tents round about. Look at the background, man. We got a cities now, man.
Man,
you know. Hey, look at the front door of the castle, the gate entrance. Look at that gold, man. That thing's glossy. You can look at yourself in that thing.
Man,
that's mighty. That's mighty right
and
there.
these is people at the bottom, so there's gotta be huge, bro. Look, that's all people. Man, look at the door compared to the people. This is crazy, bro. Look at that. You got Levi eating this, the cafeteria. You understand? And I'm just assuming, right? Cafeteria going on in here, man. You know, you got walkways in the middle of this thing. Just traveling to the other little spot right here. Beautiful, beautiful, man.
I got something I want to pull up real quick.
If
I may. Look at this thing, man. I got
all praises. All praises. My bad. I was trying to remove it.
Yeah, we did it at the same time. That's why. Look at this, man. 3-minute video, y'all. Right, I could actually speed it up just quite a little bit.
Hey, man, that grill look beautiful.
And man, and all people think, man, we just some nothing ass dudes out here, man. We just don't have no history. We just, hey, man, it is what. No, it ain't. It is just what it is, man. This is our history right here, man. You know, we got to get back to this thing, man. Are you tired of living in this damn society and being on the bottom, or would you rather get back to something like this, man?
Man, gold everything. You think your boy was like all gold everything? He had just the teeth. He had a couple rings. Man,
Trinidad James.
Yeah, man, we got an all gold kingdom waiting for us, man. The roads is gold.
Let's see if I can find that image real quick.
Man, altar of incense. That's heavy, bro. That's heavy. Our culture is mighty. Right, and you know, if Esau made it look like that, it had to have been like 30 times better than that. You know,
that's right.
If it's Esau doing it, you know, Jake did it up. They did a mighty work.
Let's sit on that. All right, let me read this last verse. Verse 13. And I gotta start back at 12. Concerning this house which thou art in building, right? If thou wilt walk in my statutes and execute my judgments and keep all my commandments to walk in them, then will I perform my word with thee, which I spake unto David thy father, and I will dwell among the children of Israel and will not forsake my people Israel. Man. All praises. Verse 14. So Solomon built the house and finished it.
Finito, right? Hey, man, it's beautiful, man. It's a beautiful thing that we're going into. Now we're about to go into the spiritual side of this, right? We're going to go to Matthew, chapter 12 and verse number 35.
Let's bring it out. Matthew 12 and 35. Let's go. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12 and verse number 35. A good man out of the good treasure of the heart bringeth forth good things, and an evil man out of the evil treasure bringeth forth evil things.
So you have to watch and be circumspect of the treasures that you're bringing forward, man, right? Because your treasures are weighed right in the kingdom if it's worth it or not. Like the bricks that's being laid was already hewn and shaped on the outside of the tabernacle, but then you had to walk these bricks in one by one. That's why Solomon tell you what, pay attention to the ant, O sluggard, thou sluggard, right? Why? Because an ant brings things to the anthill one by one. When you look at an anthill, right, it's not just a big glob of dirt that just went there. No, they bring one speck of dirt at a time, boom, to build up an anthill. Boom, boom, boom. Same way with Solomon's court, right, and Solomon's temple. But go ahead, King.
Reading on. Verse 36. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment.
Right, because you got to go through the fire to be purified, to be part of this kingdom, to be part of the tabernacle, right? So, but your brick have to be able to be under a certain amount of temperature or heat, right, to be able to be placed on the temple, right? Because if you crack under pressure, that brick is not worthy. That stone is not worthy of the kingdom, right? So that's why we go into so much trials and tribulations and get so much affliction, is because when we get into the kingdom, he want to know that this golden brick, because these bricks is not going to be stone like they used to be. These going to be golden bricks that the tabernacle is made of. And you're one of those golden bricks, man, one of those golden stones. Right?
Come on, reading on. Verse 37. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned.
So by your word, you're going to be tried, man. By your words, right, you either going to be burned up like wood or purified like gold.
That's right. And on another note, man, you can either have your words, right, what you speak, and the what you put your hand to the plow to do, your daily life and your works, you're either going to be justified and be looked at as clean, or it's going to be something to destroy you, man, right? When we look at Solomon's temple, right, in the temple of the time of Yahushua, it don't matter how magnificent it looked. At the end of the day, who ended up ruling that temple? Damn Herod, man, the Edomite, man, right? And it got destroyed, man, right? So how much more you going to let evil inside of you? Your temple's going to be destroyed, man. Or you going to let righteousness be inside of you, man, and be made and be found justified, man. The day of judgment.
Bring it out.
All right. Verse 38. Then certain of the scribes and the Pharisees answered, saying, Master, we would see a sign from thee. But he answered and said unto them, an evil and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall be no sign be given to it, but the sign of the prophet Jonah. Right?
And what did he mean by that, right? Because where was Jonah, right? Go to the book of Jonah, chapter 2. Right? Where was Jonah? Why is he talking about Jonah like this? This is gonna be the only sign that you have is Jonah, right?
Mm-hmm.
And verse, my bad. Verse chapter 1. Oh, there we go. There we go. Verse 2 and 2.
Jonah chapter 2, verse 2. And said, I cried by reason of mine affliction unto Yahweh, and he heard me. Out of the belly of hell I cried I, and thou heardest my voice.
Out of the belly of hell, right? So, hey, man, Yahweh Shah, just like Jonah was in the belly, right, of hell, Yahweh Shah got to now go into the belly of hell, right? So go to Jonah chapter 1, and I believe verse 7.
Verse 7. And they said, every one to his fellow, come and let us cast lots, that we may know for whose cause this evil is upon us. So they cast lots, and the lot fell upon Jonah.
So they kind of rolled the dice. Who is this? Let's talk about this. Let's conversate about this and see why these evil is coming upon us, man. Right? That's hey, look, man, that's what the scribes and Pharisees was kind of the evil one. That's what they was talking about. Why are we gonna let him? We good with the Romans. Why are we gonna let him come and throw a monkey wrench, right, in our treaty that we got with the Romans, right? Same way they was looking at Jonah, right? Why when Jonah come around, all this temperance and all this wind and all these things is going down, right? Go ahead.
Verse 8. Then said they unto him, tell us, we pray thee, for whose cause this evil is upon us. What is thine occupation, and whence comest
do you do, man? Right, go ahead.
And whence comest thou? What is thy country, and of what people art thou? And he said unto them, I am an Hebrew, and I fear Yahweh, the God, the power of heaven, which hath made the sea and the dry land.
Read on.
Then were the men exceedingly afraid, and said unto him, why hast thou done this? For the men knew that he fled from the presence of Yahweh, because he had told them. Then say they unto him, what shall we do unto thee, that the sea may be calm unto us? For the sea wrought and was tempestuous.
So now what happened, man? Just like with Yahweh Shah, our nation started to go against Yahweh Shah, and the sea, right, which men are known as water and seas, right, and as winds, right, things started to transpire where people was going against Yahweh Shah, man, on a higher level, right? Same way as Jonah, right? Jonah came through, and they're like, hey, man, you the reason why all this is happening, right? Before you came, everything was chill. Right? Same way with Yahweh Shah, things was chill. They was still looking for the Messiah to come, right? But it was kind of chill, though. It was lackadaisical, right? But then once the apostles, the disciples, and Yahweh Shah came on the scene, they flipped the world upside down, man.
And the mixed multitude and the testimonies, the healings and all of that stuff was going on. He was flipping it up, man.
Man, they were turning that thing upside down, man. Right? So read on, and then we're going to drop down to 16.
Verse 12. And he said unto them, take me up and cast me forth into the sea, so shall the sea be calm unto you. For I know that for my sake this great tempest is upon you.
Yeah, man, let me go ahead and handle that, man, because that's what Yahweh Shah did. He went ahead and handled that, man. Right? All our lives was leading towards death and sin, right? But Yahweh Shah came, we threw him in the water, right? We made him a sacrifice, right? And Yahweh Shah has now wiped our slate clean, right? But also in him being thrown in that water, being hung on that cross, right, and sanctified and sacrificed for our sins, right? He had to also do something else, right? And that's this portion of it right here.
Verse 16. Then the men feared Yahweh exceedingly, and offered a sacrifice unto Yahweh and made vows.
So then everybody around, that's why he said of a truth, right? He was the son of the Most High, right? Because they did the same thing in this time. They threw, Jonah was a prophet. He said, throw me in the water. Don't worry about it. The winds will calm down. Threw him in the water, right? He became the sacrifice. They believed on him, and they started to make sacrifice and repent for their sins, man. Same way with Yahweh Shah, man. Right? Read on.
Verse 17. Now Yahweh had prepared a great fish to swallow up Jonah, and Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights.
So now he prepared a fish, right? So no harm could come to his body, right? So he gave him a level of protection, right? That his body does not get harmed in the process, right? Same way as Yahushua being in the belly of hell in the earth, right? And his body not taking on any type of corruption, right? Like it tells us in the book of Psalms. So we understand that the Most High, right, or Yahweh Shah, he prophesied this of himself through Jonah, right? And he said, there is no sign but the sign of Jonah. So what he really told them was, you brothers need to go read the book. You brothers need to go study Jonah. Go study Jonah, and then you'll figure out the spiritual meaning of why I'm here, right? And the scribes and a lot of the scribes and Pharisees, they still ain't go study Jonah. They just was like, what is he think? This dude is talking crazy. Why Jonah? Right? Go ahead, King.
Khan. That's right. Go back to Matthew.
Yeah, I thought you had something. Looked like you was looking up some stuff.
Yeah. I do want to tap in on that. So look, man, when they realized Jonah and what he was and what he came to do and all of these things, and they realized it was him, they cast him into the sea, right? The sea was waving, it's roaring, right? All hell's breaking loose, man. But then what happened after that, man? They repented, right? They made vows to the Most High, and everything got calm for a time, man. That's the same thing like Cap was just saying, man, is what happened with Yahweh Shai, right? The temple came down, broke down. We went into captivity. We went to affliction and all of this, all hell breaking loose. And now guess what, man? 2024, man, it's calm right now, man. So calm that our people want to be content in this world, now realizing that the vows that they should have made, right, of the keeping of the commandments they should have done, right? At the end of the day, guess what? That tsunami is coming back, man, right? The waves is getting ready to crash forth, and you're going to be like a hypocrite in the ship in the storm, swaying to and fro, crashing, man, because you didn't keep your vessel safe, man. You didn't keep your vessel built up enough. Now you're going to sink in this time coming, man. If you're not making them vows and keeping the commandments of the Most High, right? I want to put some precepts up real quick.
Cause then he'll prepare a fish, right, to swallow you up and for you to be safe, man. Talking about the chariots.
That's right. This is Luke chapter 21 and verse 23. I'll start at 22. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. For there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled, man. Right? So that's the waves and the sea roaring, and the same way it was happening on the ship with Jonah, man. Right? Stressed out, not understanding what's going on. Not understanding what you should have did, man. Not accepting that sacrifice that Jonah made, and not accepting that sacrifice that Yahweh Shai made, man, to keep them waves in the sea calm, man. Right? Verse 25 is what I want. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, man. Right? So you should have took advantage of the time of these calm waters, man. Where you could have had a smooth sail into the kingdom, man. But now you caught out there with your ass out, man. Now you're going to get tossed to and fro on the waves, just like the time of Jonah, man. Because you didn't accept the sacrifice Jonah had made, and ultimately the sacrifice Yahweh Shai had made, man, to keep the waters calm and to sail you straight to the kingdom, man. See that? Come on. Let's go. Going back to Matthew now. it's like you. 40 again. I'll say 39 again. But he answered and said unto them, an evil and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall be no sign be given to it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. Right? That's the sign. That's the ultimate sign, man. You have to have deep understanding of what that means, man. Right? Luke 21:25 says, perplexity of nations, distress, war, nation against nation, and sea and waves roaring, man. For as Jonas was 3 days and 3 nights in the whale's belly, so shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth. Man. Verse 41. The men of Nineveh shall rise in judgment with this generation and shall condemn it, because they repented at the preaching of Jonas, and behold, a greater than Jonas is here.
So that goes into what I was going in on. These people of Nineveh, right, that Jonas was sent to go prophesy to, most of them was Israelites, right, that was going against the commandments of God, right? That's why they did what? They repented and they vowed vows and made sacrifices unto Yahweh. Why? Because Jonah was sent there to make these Israelites repent. Yahweh Shai was sent, right, to Jerusalem, Judea, right, and Galilee, and these different cities, right, to do what? To make them repent, right? That way they could have that family unit with the Most High Yahweh Shai once again.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so a greater than Jonas is here, man. So that's why in Acts, right, chapter 2, we see that we was, hey, look, man, we was repenting out of all nations, right? Not just one nation. Out of all nations, we started to repent. Why? Because Yahweh Shai is a greater than Jonas.
Mm-hmm. That's deep right there. That's right. Verse 42. The queen of the south shall rise up in judgment with this generation, and shall condemn it. For she came from the uttermost parts of the earth to hear the wisdom of Solomon, and behold, a greater than Solomon is here.
Mm-hmm. And now we kind of built like the woman, like the queen, man. Right? Coming back to listen to the ways of Solomon, man. Right? To the wisdom of Solomon. So we could be one again with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, like I said. So now we like the queen. We come into the book. We seeking out the wisdom. We come and bring sacrifices and oils and sweet mirth and gold, right, and different things like that. Israel is now looked at like the Queen of Sheba, man, the Queen Sheba, right? Because we are now bringing these offerings, man, to get this wisdom, man. That's the offering of what? Prayer, fasting, camaraderie and brotherhood, sisterhood, right? Alms, charity, thanksgiving, right? We starting to bring these things so we could obtain the wisdom of Solomon.
Coming back from all areas of the earth where we're scattered, right? And we're all making that spiritual journey, that spiritual trek, right? To go and see where this wisdom lieth at, man. Right? No matter if it's over, if wisdom is in one place, guess where we going, man? Right? We're gonna walk 400 miles, man, through the spirit to get that wisdom, just like the Queen of Sheba did, man. You know?
That's right.
The wisdom of Yahweh Shai, man.
And that walk to get to the wisdom, man, is the scriptures, man. Just like the tilling of the ground, man. You have to actually open it up and go walk with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, right, to get that and gain that wisdom, man.
I'm gonna give a quick preset. Proverbs chapter 4, right, and verse number 25. Right. Let thine eyes look right on, and let thine eyelids look straight before thee. Ponder the path of thy feet, and let all thy ways be established. Established in what, man? This truth, right? This knowledge, this wisdom, this understanding, the instructions of the Most High. Ponder and wonder about where you're going, man. Don't just give it out and be careless in this world of where you. I'm just gonna go there. I don't know where life is gonna take me. It is what it. No, man. The Most High gave you a path to set your feet upon, man. Right? Verse 27. Turn not to the right hand, nor to the left. Remove thy foot from evil. Right? And another quick precept to add on top of that. Right? The classic.
I got one too.
Right? So what did it say again? It said, remove thy foot from evil, man. So watch this. Right? If you do evil, evil's going to come upon you. But guess what?
Right.
Ecclesiasticus 33:1 says, there shall no evil happen unto him that feareth the Lord. But in temptation, even again, he will deliver him. A wise man hateth not the law. Meaning what? Instructions, man. Right? To set yourself on that right course to seek that wisdom, man. For the one that's greater than Solomon. Yahweh Shai. But he that is a hypocrite therein is as a ship in a storm. Right? You tell your camp or whoever's on the ship with you, right? We're gonna set this course, but then you change your mind 10 minutes later. Okay, we going that way? Nah, I think we should go that way. I think land's that way. Nah, I kind of, I'm gonna scratch my head. You know, well, I have an idea. I think it's that way. No, man, you're not following the directions of the map. Oh, I don't need that map, man. I know how to go. I'm captain of these seas, man. And what's gonna happen, man? You're gonna be swaying to and fro. You're going left, you're going right, and you're gonna crash in that shit, man. Right? You're being a hypocrite. And a hypocrite therein is like what? A ship in a storm, man. See that? That one never gets old. Turn not to the right hand or to the left. Go ahead, King. You got it.
Ephesians chapter 4. And verse number Salakia, let me find it. And verse number 21, I believe. Hold on. Nah.
20?
Yeah, I think so. Nah. All right, let's go to Galatians. Go to Galatians. Right. I found this one through the Spirit while you was talking. Chapter 4 and verse 19.
It's Galatians 4:19. My little children, of whom I travail in birth again until Hamashiach be formed in you.
So now it's a thing where to build brothers and sisters up, man, you kind of travail, you have pains, right? Because you have to watch what you say, watch how you say it, lead them to the water, but you can't make them drink it. So you kind of get frustrated. You feel what I'm saying? So you have these travails, man. But at the end of the day, once that child is birthed, once you get a good brother that's willing to stick in there with you through thick and thin to preach this word, teach this word, study with you, right? You find that baby finally come out and you have joy, right? And peace, right? So now Paul is saying, hey, man, I travail, man, with pains like birth, right? That you receive Christ till Christ be conceived in you, man, until you become that new creature, that new thing, right? That new man, that new woman, right? Go ahead.
Verse 20. I desire to be present with you now and to change my voice, for I stand in doubt of you.
So now, like he's saying, I got to change the way I talk. I got to change the way that I'm dealing with you, because if I say the wrong thing or move the wrong way, I could deter you from finding Christ, from following Christ, right? So we got to watch how we move in these ways, so that way we can keep brothers and sisters on the right path, right? Read on. And this is what you was going in on right here.
Hold on 1 second.
All praise.
Verse
21. Look, this is how you know brothers is grubbing on camera. This is how you know we working, man. The good work, man. We ain't even taking a full break. You feel what I'm saying? We really love y'all, man, and we always want to be here for y'all, right? In spirit and in truth. Go ahead.
And not only that, I can see the love that the viewers have, because these 5 viewers been sticking it in with us all this time, staying on that shit, man. Right? All praises to the Most High. All right, for y'all beautiful beloved family, man. All praise. Verse 21. Tell me, ye that desire to be under the law, do ye not hear the law?
Do you not understand the law? Right? Go ahead.
For it is written that Abraham had 2 sons,
Mm-hmm.
the one by a bondmaid and the other by a free woman.
Mm-hmm.
But he who was of the bondwoman was born after the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
But he of the free woman was by promise. Oh man, that's Romans 9.
And that right there, bro. Right? That right there, man. The one that was under the promise, Abraham had to go through affliction, right, to be able to give that brother that promise, man. Because the affliction is now the son that I love, right? The son that the Most High said is the chosen. I have to now offer him up as a sacrifice, right? So now I got to go through affliction so my son could receive this promise. And you told me, Yahweh, that this seed, right? This seed is what my descendants is gonna come from. My heirs is gonna come from this seed. But you telling me to kill him, right? How much faith you have to have that even if I kill him right now, you'll bring him back some type of way, and my seed will still be in Isaac. That had to have been a conflict of interest in Abraham's mind, right? But through that affliction, the promise then came to Jacob, and the promise came to Israel, right? But it takes affliction, right, to get in any type of covenant, right? That's why we had to go through the Red Sea. That's why we had to get stricken by the Pharaoh, right, in chapter 11, right? It's because affliction brings covenant redemption, right?
God, and that's how you know. That's how you know we're not because we in the midst of moving into the new covenant, right? This whole we in the new covenant right now doctrine is not there, right? Because there's still a lot of purging and sacrifices and affliction that Jake and Eve still need to go through, man, to make it to that covenant, man. You know, just to throw that in there.
We're only in the igniting of the new covenant. That's why Christ came back to initiate, so that we have the beginning of it, right? But in it fully, nah, not at all.
Right.
I want to yell on that. We could go back.
Come on. It's lucky. Matthew 12 and verse number 43. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places seeking rest and findeth none. Then he saith, I will return into my house from whence I came out. And when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished.
So you got to clean up your temple, man. That way the Most High could dwell within you, right? That's why go to 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse number 16. Rudimentary, right? Kindergarten scripture. But it means a lot, because when you have spirits on you, your tabernacle, your temple is dirty, right? But when you get rid of those evil spirits and you put righteous spirits in there, you have now swept and garnished, right, your house, which is your la'ab, your mind, right, where spirits are housed, right? So we get rid of the bad spirits and we clean it, and that's how we're acceptable unto the Most High. Read.
Let me start at 13. This one's fire. Every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. Right? And like we was going into earlier, man, we're that shit'em wood, right? We need to cover ourselves with the value of these scriptures and the laws of the Most High to be tried by that fire, and to what? Be able to withstand that fire, right? And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is, right? You building your work up on this earth, whether you're building your spiritual temple, which is your house. Are you easily quick to get burned, right? Or have you been through enough affliction and tried by the fire to be able to withstand something, man? Right? Or are you just a piece of paper that's easily quick to get lit on fire, man? Boom, vanish away, you know? Or you that piece of gold that it's gonna take a lot to break you out the spirit, man? Right? Verse 14. if any man's work abide which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. Man, hold on. Quick precept real quick before. Was it 33?
Kind of spirit flowing. You understand? I would have been done with this at 2 hours, man, if it wasn't for you, man. Spirit going, man. Where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, that's where I am in the midst.
This is Job chapter 42 and verse number 9. Verse number 10, right? And Yahweh turned the captivity of Job when he prayed for his friends. Also, Yahweh gave Job twice as much as he had before.
Mm-hmm.
Then he came there unto him, all his brethren and all his sisters, and all they that had been of his acquaintance before, and did eat bread with him in his house, and they bemoaned him, and comforted him over all the evil that Yahweh had brought upon him. Every man also gave him a piece of money, and everyone an earring of gold. Right?
Man.
So that's what happened to Job, man. Job was tested and tried, but guess what? His spirit was built up so much, man. He didn't get burnt up, man. He didn't let that affliction destroy him completely. He might have got afflicted and kind of went through the fire, kind of touched the stove, and he burned his finger and burned his elbow on something, man. But guess what? Those wounds got healed, man. Why? Because he stayed in that faith, you know. So when we go back here, it says, "If any man's work abide, which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward." And that's what Job did, man. And that's what we need to do, right? Don't let these afflictions and these trials and tribulations take you out the truth, man. Because at the end of the day, we gonna get that reward, man, that the Most High has promised us. You just gotta have that faith, right? Verse 15. Right. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. So that same fire that afflicted you, that same fire that destroyed and burnt everything that you've had, and you feel like you had nothing, man, that same fire there's still those testing grounds that's going to get you that salvation,
man.
Right? See that? See how that works?
Beautiful.
That was
verse 16.
Verse 16. Know ye not, right? Don't you know that ye are the temple of Yahweh, and that the spirit of Yahweh dwelleth in you?
So you, as being a single temple, right? Each of us are stones or pillars, or the gold that's covering the pillars, or each of us are different utensils inside of the body of the heavenly tabernacle, right? But each one of us is a tabernacle, right? So we have to make sure we have the menorah, we have the lamp, right? We have to make sure that we have the showbread, which is unleavened bread, right? Meaning that we don't dwell in our sins, right? We make sure that we operate on a spiritual level, right? Then we have to have the pillars and the beams to where we stand on, right? Then you got to have the sockets of silver, right? That the beams stand on as well to keep it hanging strong, right? That's why the scriptures tell us what, right? Go to 1 Corinthians, right? Chapter 15 and verse 58, right? The scriptures tell us something, man. Paul, one of the mightiest brothers I know, man. Right?
Classic right here. Classic. 1 Corinthians 15 and 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable.
Unmovable, right? You can't be able to move side to side. That's the silver sockets on the bottom of the beam, right? Go ahead.
Always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as you
slack, Salakia, and if you slack in the work of the Lord, guess what? You're able to be tossed to and fro, man. Right? So you gotta abound in the work of the Lord. That way you don't misplace any of the utensils that's in the kingdom, man. Right? Anything that needs to be of use, you don't misplace it, man, because you're abounding in the work of the Lord. Right? You take the work of the Lord seriously. Right? Go ahead.
For as much as you know that your labor is not in vain of Yahweh while Yahweh shine.
And in Yahweh Shah, man, our labors are not in vain, man. Everything that we do, there's a tally marker, man. Right? You know those things we used to do, right? They go like this, right? Let's see, it go like this, and then boom, and they go like that, right? That's what we got going on in the kingdom, man. Right? And he's just adding them up. Boom, yep, got it. Boom, yep, got it. Boom, yep. And guess what? As much as you do and you get these tally marks, right? He could also erase them and take them away.
I was just about to say that part.
Right.
Just put a big old red X over that.
Yeah, that ain't. He don't need that no more. That ain't it. You know what I mean? He messed that up. Right?
Yep.
She messed that up.
God.
But Khan, that's it. That's it, man. We all done, man. The water Yahweh, man. The water Yahweh Shah, right?
Call all Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, man. God, man. About to hit camp in a couple hours and keep doing it work, man. All praises.
Dang, two viewers come back in on the end, man. The water y'all for hanging in there, man. Appreciate y'all for everything. Right. Lord willing, this was edifying, right? Definitely wasn't straight to the point, but we had a lot of edification going on in this thing, man. Good spiritual healing, spiritual food, and we're spiritual beings, so we need to be built up in the spirit, and that's what we did today. By Hashem Yahweh Shah.
God, we low key matching today. I got the red shirt on too.
With the same chain, you understand me, right?
All
but man,
praises.
with that, man, we say shalom.
Shalom, yeah.
Come, Yasha.